What's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day here at Heavy Cardboard. I'm your host, Edward.
I'm Kyle.
He's the bad guy.
The rulebook says otherwise.
The rulebook's wrong.
You have a right to be wrong.
So does the rulebook. Welcome, everybody. Today we are playing a Gest of Robin Hood, designed by Fred Serval. He of Homo Ludens. What's up, Fred? Also published by GMT Games. Now, Kyle was kind enough to provide us this copy. This is yours.
This is my copy.
Certainly appreciate that. Also, when we were figuring out the schedule, I was like, hey, you're free. Every other Friday, he's free, so that's why we do this on Friday afternoons. Yep. He's like, what do you want to do, dude? He's like, you want to go through tutorials of Atlantic Chase? And I was like, we can.
I see you people out there. I too am like that.
Yes. And I was like, or we could do a tag team solo of Senkore. And you were like, or we do a Gest of Robin Hood. And I said, what would you want to do? And here we are.
Gest of Robin Hood.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, guess what? It's apparently GMT couple of days here at HCHQ. So Gest of Robin Hood, I have never played. Well, that's not true. We played it earlier today.
Yep.
But here's the thing. If you were familiar with the coin, back up. Gest of Robin Hood is the second in the ICS series. The ICS series is inspired by the coin series.
Yeah, the first one, Vijay Nagara, is basically a coin game. It has some weird stuff. But then, to me, it's like a drop. The ripples keep going out. This is the second ripple. This has more divergence. Then you get cross Bronx.
Right, and then echoes. Right.
It keeps getting less and less. The mirror keeps getting further away.
Right. So basically, be inspired by coin and then go figure out and do what you want to do. And that's kind of what the ICS series is. Both Gest, and Vijay Nagara, both of which we've streamed now, are simpler. However, once we get to Cross Bronx, that's going to be a step up in complexity by an order of magnitude. So, should be a good time today. If you don't know anything about coin games, guess what?
You don't need it.
You don't need to. Rodney did a pretty good teach on this as well. You're going to do a detailed overview.
Yes.
And then we're going to do a full playthrough in which the sheriff is going to win. But he will show you how not to play Robin Hood.
I will be valorous in my defeat.
By the way, for those that don't know, I have to look this up almost every time. It is pronounced Gest, which is a daring story of adventure, i.e. the story of Robin Hood.
All about me.
All about
I'm in
you.
green.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of, like, my color is kind of blue. It's kind of gray.
We had multiple texts about what
Yeah,
color the sheriff is.
we were in, apparently, according to the rule book, it's silver. All right.
I think we went with gray. I think we ended on gray, which...
Yeah, so whatever. All right. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready, but are you going to read us a nice introduction?
I will absolutely, since he's teaching, I'm reading, so here we go.
You got to work a little bit.
I mean, here we go. A Gest of Robin Hood is a game about the daring adventures of Robin Hood and his brave band of merry men as they struggle against the oppressive sheriff and his cruel henchmen. The game is set against the historical backdrop of peasant revolt, feudal taxation, and rural banditry in 12th century England, but also emphasizes the mythology and folklore that has grown up around the Robin Hood tales. You play as either Robin Hood,
me,
or the sheriff,
him,
competing for the hearts and minds of Nottinghamshire's parishes, while also aiming to either protect or intercept carriages transporting loot and gifts, also known as booty. They're not pirates, but still, I wanted to throw that in for Prince John. So there we go.
Yes. So, Gest of Robin Hood is a 2-player game, strictly. We will be competing to influence the royal favor track.
The hearts and minds.
The sheriff wants to bring us to order. No law and order in this land. I, Robin, want to bring us towards justice and goodness and everything that the people want. It's fine.
Freedom. Whatever, weird.
Much like other coin or coin-adjacent games, we're going to be playing through this event deck of cards, which is seeded with normal event cards that we can choose actions to take from. It has some tempo events that are called the Wheel of Fortune, which will move the game along, and then 3 Royal Inspection or King
Propaganda.
Richard, propaganda rounds. If you play Coup Libre, it's the prop round. I think it's 24 cards in the deck.
Yep.
We will play through the whole thing unless, during a Royal Inspection round, somebody has gotten the marker to one of the dark spaces on their half of the track. That is instant win.
During a Royal Inspection.
During a Royal Inspection after the unrest step. So, what are we looking at out here? We have the Royal Favor track, shifting from justice to order. We have the map of Nottinghamshire, which is consisted of 7 parishes, which can be submissive, this blue chit, revolting, the red chit,
Boo.
or in some cases they may be removed and be considered passive. The people there simply are. Also on the map, we have Nottingham, which always counts as submissive, and it is the home base of the sheriff. You get some bonuses there. We have the woods, the forests, Shirewood and Southwell. These are 2 separate spaces. They're my home bases, effectively. I get some bonuses there. We also have Allerton Hill, which, unless a certain event comes into the game, is out of the game. It is a impassable space that helps divide the center of the
So just for graphic reasons and an excuse to use the Votes for Women.
Votes for Women.
All right, there you go.
The map also has roads, which you can see, for example, travel from Nottingham up and around to Mansfield. There's a bridge over the river.
Through the woods to
Nottingham, to Prince John's bank account.
Right, yeah, there you go.
The river is a hard border on the map. So Retford and Blythe are not adjacent because they have the river between them.
Yep.
There may be an event to bring out this little bridge token here. It might happen, it might not.
Right. So Bingham and the Southwell Forest, not adjacent because of the river.
But Mansfield and Nottingham are adjacent. This
Right.
dark ring, separate dark ring around Nottingham is just art.
Yep.
Also on the board, we have Prison.
Beautiful place this time of year.
It's fine. Where some of my Merry Men and Robin Hood may or may not be removed too as results of dastardly acts. We have the Royal Inspection Track, which, similar to other coin or coin adjacent games, will help walk us through the quote-unquote propaganda round, or in this case, Royal Inspection. We'll take one of my favorite pieces in gaming, the King Richard token.
Also, by the way, says Royal Inspection, but not nearly as fun.
It's not nearly as fun.
So there we go.
When it comes to Royal Inspection, we'll use this to guide us through the 5 steps of a Royal Inspection and take us into the next round. Down in the bottom corner of the board, we have the Initiative track.
Welcome to Coin, y'all.
Here is the most coiny coin thing here. However, unlike other coin games, there will not be an ineligible and eligible box.
Right.
We will both be eligible every round. The question is who is first and who is second. That will be determined at the start of the game. It's always Robin Hood going first and Sheriff going second. But as the game goes along, and let's say I take the events action, like you would a normal coin, go and put your thing there, do whatever you got to do, blah, blah, blah.
Do the thing.
When the Sheriff goes, if he takes single plot, he'll take his action. A single plot is, we'll talk about it more, but it's like a limb op. Whatever orientation these are in at the end of a round, that is how they will slide down to the boxes for the next round. So if you are the first to go, and you take single plot, you are keeping initiative for the next round.
Yeah, you'll get to go first.
Counterpoint, if you take plots and deeds and you're first to go, you will lose it for the next round.
But if there, then...
Other player gets a choice.
Right.
In addition, there's no pass box. If you pass, I will always get 1 shilling, and the Sheriff will always take whatever's printed in the box. So you can keep initiative or take it, get less money, or willingly give it up and get more money. Okay, it's similar, but not quite adjacent to the usual coin tracking of initiative box.
Yeah, so limited op.
Lim op.
Op.
Well, lim op.
Or event.
Op and special.
Ops and special, right.
Yes.
For those that are familiar with coin,
yes.
That's exactly what it is, right? Okay.
And then out here on the board, the last thing, really quick, is this game was designed by GMT, is the used carriages box. The Sheriff will be trundling some carriages down the road filled with ill-gotten gains to his bank account. When they are either delivered or successfully robbed by me, they will go to used carriages.
Right, until the end of a Royal Inspection.
Until the end of a Royal Inspection.
Yeah.
So, the game structure, very similar to most other coins.
Yeah, you know what? We can actually...
Yeah.
I can show folks this. So the sequence of play.
Sure.
Here you go. Make it easy for you.
Yeah. So,
okay, there we go. So
we will draw the event card, which is what you expect. Put it over there. We know we've already. You can flip it. We're going to see that one in a second.
okay.
Anyway.
So here, you know what? So I'm not moving the camera all around.
Yep.
Just put it right here for right now.
The first thing we check is what number of carriages need to move 1 space. In this case, it's 2 carriages, 1 space each. Not 1, 2 spaces. If there's only 1 carriage on the board, it goes 1 space. Then we can look down to the event text, which will be available for both players to choose with the event action.
Yeah.
The top box, generally, is what I would choose is better for me. And the bottom box, generally, is what you would choose.
So even though it's green, it's the one that's closer to me is better for me usually. Yes. The one closer to you is usually better for you.
Even though this one's in green, it's better for the Sheriff.
Right, yeah.
We will resolve both of our actions using the event or not. We'll reset initiative for the next round, and then we will flip the next card. That's good there.
Okay, cool.
So, we each have a suite, similar to other coin games, of operations and special activities, or in this game, they're called plots and deeds. The sheriff has 3 plots: hire, patrol, capture, and 3 deeds: ride, confiscate, disperse. I have 3 plots and 4 deeds.
Right.
And I get another option.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a brief overview of the plots and deeds.
Yep.
Loosely what they do when we take them. We'll talk about them a little more. We have one last piece of setup to do, and then we can just start the game.
Start.
So, our plots. We each have a quote-unquote recruiting. You have hire, and mine is very literally called recruit. Choose spaces on the board, pay a certain amount of money, get more of our guys to the map. We each have a movement plot. Yours is called patrol. Mine is called sneak. Generally lets you move to different places on the board. There may be some effects related to revealing or hiding pieces, depending on numbers and where they go and where they come from. But this is how we move. And then we each have kind of our unique big power. Yours is capture, which is how you throw my good boys in the bin.
Escort them
to prison. And I have rob, which is how I can fight back.
Yeah, steal
from the rich to give to the needy. And then deeds. So these are our special activities. They are the things that we attach to the main action when you take plots and deeds. You have ride, which is another movement. Confiscate, which is how you make carriages. And disperse, which is another way to remove or move around my pieces on the map and generally be a nuisance.
Yeah.
My deeds, you can't see them on screen, but my deeds are turncoat, which lets me turn henchmen and bad guys into good guys. I mean, let's be honest. Donate, which is how I can, after stealing from the rich, give to the poor and earn the people's respect and trust. I have swashbuckle, which is a way for me to spring Robin from prison or otherwise move around the map. And I have inspire, which is the great moment in the movie when the score crescendos and I give a speech and everyone loves me and I score a point.
You're right.
I move one step towards justice. So, throughout the course of the game, we will be pushing this track back and forth.
Yeah, tug-of-war style.
In general, the sheriff will score towards order based on certain things out of the event deck, and the travelers, which are the people I could rob as the game goes along, if he ever removes one of my camps, if he ever sends Robin to prison, and if he ever, when he delivers carriages to Nottingham, he may score 1 or 2 order. I generally get it from events and the Traveler's deck. I can place camps to get order. I use my Inspired Deed, and I can rob one specific type of carriage that when it comes up, I'll point it out. But there's one of them that gives me an extra shift on the track.
And for those that care, it's also on your player aid effectively right here.
Yes.
Okay.
I won't really walk through the Royal Inspection. There's some shifting to do in there.
Yeah. We're aware of it. That's what matters.
Yeah, we know. As the Travelers come up, as I use a rob action, we'll talk about what those look like. Otherwise, we have one last piece of setup to do, and then we can start.
All right.
So, the setup is prescriptive, except for the Robin Hood player can place 3 merry men, and...
Here, go and put them in prison where they belong.
All right.
There you go.
I may place 1, 2, 3 merry men, and Robin...
Which is RH for...
Robin Hood.
Thief. Yeah. There you go. So he's gonna mix those up, whatever.
Yep. I'm going to split them any way I want between the Shirewood, Southwell, and Remston, the starting revolting parish.
Yep. And while he's figuring that out, one thing for those that are familiar with coin, a lot of times you can do the special action before you do the op. However, in this game, what that would mean is doing the deed before the plot. You cannot. The plot must happen, and then the deed must happen. It is not the other way around. You do not have that flexibility in this game.
Plots, then deeds.
Yes.
You start with 9 money, I start with 5. The game does come with the little cardboard shillings.
I mean, they're Roman, and let's face it, the Isle was Roman.
Was once.
At one point. Yep. So I figured that was better than trains.
Oh, but I love the trains.
I love the train, but thematics.
Yeah,
you know.
All right. We'll better explain some more specifics as we go, but for now...
hold on. Let's keep it civil. turkey.
Oh,
All right, go.
show me the.
All right, so we have our first event. So first thing we do, flip over the event. Carriages would move, but there is no carriage. Sorry about that. There we go. So now the option for him, because he is first, is either to do the revolting courage, or I could do the revolt suppressed if either of us choose the event. Okay. So here we go.
I think I will.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I feel naked without it.
Well, you just know I'm going to fidget with it and touch.
Also that.
So I can, in the Yeoman Revolt, I can encourage the revolt, which would let me set a parish without henchmen to revolting and shift towards justice. That seems pretty good. However,
and so that those have henchmen,
as
so it'd
does
be
Blythe,
any, right. So any of those three up top. Yep.
I'll take the event. Why not?
Okay. So doing the event, going
so
there.
I'm going to choose a parish without a henchman. I'm going to choose Retford. Switch it to revolting. One step in the royal favor track.
Done. Okay. So now this option is not an option for me because he chose the event. So obviously I cannot choose the wine that is in front of me. So therefore I can either single plot or do the whole kit and caboodle. Basically,
or
it's
pass.
Or pass.
Just game options.
I have plenty of cash currently, so I choose not to. So the question is, do I want to go first next round, or do I want to do the whole kit and caboodle, so to speak, on that? So looking at my options, so let's see, a single plot. What that means is basically in a single area, do one activation. Do the thing in the one area. By the way, I feel naked without those. There we go. So my options.
Make it the whole time. Jeez. No pointer, no bracelets.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, I've basically been nude on camera. Thanks for that. So hiring. So I can place up to 2 henchmen in submissive parishes. So meaning there, and Nottingham. Oh, no, because I can place 4 in Nottingham. Basically, get a bunch of dudes out on the board.
Oh, yeah.
And if there is any place that has more henchmen than merry men that are in revolt, in lieu of doing that, just flip that over.
Yep.
I could patrol, which is basically move in any number of henchmen and then reveal merry men.
True.
But really, the thing that makes sense is hiring. The question is,
do
I want to also,
or a little?
Right. And I think early on, we're going to go ahead and do the whole kit and caboodle.
All right.
So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to choose plots and deeds, which means I get to do multiple plots if I wish.
Yep.
And then I may do a deed.
One plot in multiple places.
Facts.
Yep.
That is a better way to word that. So now, looking at this, and look, as of right now, it really doesn't matter for me to have that on. So... because, hey, guess what? I have carriages.
I just won't look.
Yeah, when I grab them. So here we go. So we're going to hire. So it's 2 shillings per space. You are only limited to the amount of money that you have, unless it says a location up to 3 spaces. Okay, cool. So I'm going to choose 3. That's going to be a total of 6 quid. So there's 6. That goes back to the supply. We have our little markers. And now where am I actually going to do the things?
I wonder.
1.
Oh, a surprise for everyone.
2.
A second surprise, and here we go.
3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this says place 2 henchmen in submissive parishes. Obviously, only in the places that I have activated. So 2 there, 2 there. Okay, easy enough. And then I get to do 4 in Nottingham. All right, let's go ahead and just recruit, bring some homies in from the streets, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Hire thugs, yeah.
There. It really is.
Yeah,
I mean, look, I say I'm the good guy. I'm really not. I know that, and I'm going to
as long as you accept it.
I do, totally. So now the question is, which of my 3 deeds do I wish to do? So move up to 4 henchmen from Nottingham to any 1 parish.
Right out.
Right. Now, what is a parish? It is these places. You know what a parish is not? The forests. So maybe not. Maybe not right now. Confiscate. I can place an available carriage in each parish up to 2 submissive parishes with henchmen. I wonder where that might go.
That could go big.
Placing carriages and dispersing. We're this just in. We're going to go ahead and confiscate. So now,
yes,
we're going to go ahead and go right there. And I have, and I'll show you all this, and I don't mind that he sees this because he knows this.
Yes, he has 3 types of carriages, 2 each.
Right. So I have ones that are straight up just 5 shillings.
The tallage carriage.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Then there is, we'll talk about the one on the bottom first. That is a 2 shilling carriage with manacles. And it has 2 implied henchmen. It's like a trap.
It is the trap carriage.
It's like, ha-ha, you thought we were weak. I could have 2 swashbucklers.
I open up the treasure chest and it's a man with a sword.
Right, okay, there you go. What are those called that they're actually bad guy treasure?
Mimics?
Mimics, thank you. And this one has 2 shillings, but also a victory point.
Yes, that is the tribute.
It is, so...
Every time you deliver any carriage, you move 1 towards order. Yes. And if you delivered the tribute, the one with the little crown, you move again.
Exactly.
And if I rob successfully the tribute carriage...
He takes it.
Comes towards justice.
All right, so those are the 3. So, a shilling, or I'm sorry, deed. So I'm choosing, it costs 0 shillings, up to 2 submissive parishes with henchmen. All right, so with that said, I am going to choose...
Live. Mansfield.
I'm going to choose... Don't look. I'm going to choose that one, and I'm going to choose that one. Okay? So we will go ahead and put that right there, and I will put that right there. Done. That is my good deed for the day, so to speak.
However,
and
you have stolen from the good people.
And
Nottinghamshire is turning on you.
And where you place a carriage, it's now in revolt. So
I wonder why.
I can't imagine.
You took their stuff.
I borrowed.
Will they get it back? That's why I'm here.
Okay, so whoop, those come down into, and now we do another event.
So that's 1 turn. We're going to do that at most 24 times.
There you go. But obviously it picks up the pace when we're not explaining as much.
So, fast carriages. First thing we check. Do carriages move?
Yes.
1 carriage will move 1 space.
Okay.
When the sheriff chooses, you can choose any carriage on the board he wants.
Yep.
And when a carriage moves, it may take 1 henchman piece with it as a bodyguard, which, should he choose to do that, he'll probably put the little diamond piece or triangle piece on the carriage and scoot it along the road.
So, watch. For instance, this will go... will it? It will not. This one will move. I'm going to go ahead and bring a henchman with, which may or may not have 2 other homies
you guys
from the
say
streets.
You're going to move your trap carriage into Remston. Interesting. So,
there we go.
So, a controversial opinion in chat. Homo Ludens says, this looks like an amazing game. Hi, Fred.
Hey, Fred, what's up? I feel like he's a little biased, first off. So, Fred Serval, designer. Also, huge Robin Hood fanboy. Really what it is, to be clear, he's a sheriff fanboy, but that doesn't sell as well, so therefore he says he's a Robin Hood
He's
fanboy.
really shilling for this game. I do have the shillings, but we're using the poker chips to make them show up better on camera.
That was okay. You get props on that. Okay,
hey, listen,
so.
we had lunch with all those elderly folks earlier. I'm
We
really on my
100%
game.
did. So hashtag not biased.
Not biased. All right. So fast carriages. We move.
Oh yeah, probably ought to actually talk about what the hell the event actually does. My bad. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
So I could take fast carriages and choose vulnerable to attack. I can perform a free single sneak, then rob in up to 3 spaces, adding 1 to the result of each rob roll. So it's a way for me to move around the map and do kind of a mass coordinated. I'm hitting all the banks at once.
Yeah, right.
And should the sheriff choose it, you could choose rapid transport. Immediately move 1 carriage up to 2 spaces. That's pretty good.
I mean, it doesn't.
That sounds like a way to deliver a carriage. The issue is I'm not a huge fan of that because I have limited presence on the board.
Facts. So that is in other words,
you're about to deliver a carriage.
No. What that means is that was a crappy time for that to come out if you are the Hood of Robin.
Yeah. It's like when you got Queen Eleanor in the pre-play. Okay, I will plot some deeds.
So Robin Hood can make jests as well. Shroom poof. Bringing it. I like it.
I really, really bullseye on that.
Right.
I will plot some deeds, please.
Okay, so going for the full Monty.
The full Monty.
Okay, what you got?
I'm going to do my recruit action.
All right.
So, And I cost me only 1 per space.
Okay.
And in up to 3 non-submissive spaces. So 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, all right. Hey, one thing a question I have for Fred, and look, I'm not asking this to become an interview. I'm just curious. Why did he make it to where you can't do deeds before the plot? I'm just curious about that. That is an adjustment from...
I'm trying to come up with a joke, but I don't have
go. All right, go ahead.
So it's 1 per spot.
Yep,
So
got it.
3.
Yep.
And I can either place 1 merry man, I can replace a merry man with a camp, and that would move me 1 towards justice.
And the camps are the discs, which then allow better recruiting.
Exactly.
You,
or if there's already a camp, I place 2 merry men, or everybody at the camp can hide. Flip back, face down, and not be able to be captured.
Now, we haven't talked about the difference. Now, mine don't have a... they're not double-sided, whereas these are, as you saw, that they are hidden. When they're hidden, they're a little bit more impervious.
Which is very traditional, the insurgent faction in a coin game.
Right, which is exactly what this is.
So,
right, yep.
I'm going to recruit 1 in Southwell.
Fred, we are definitely going to have to make that happen. I would love to sit for an interview.
2
Or have you sit
in
for
the
an
Shire
interview.
Wood.
Yes.
And hey, Retford was revolting as a result of the Yeoman revolts.
Right.
He loves the cause. He's joining up.
All right.
And then my deed. I didn't quite get this far. Oh, no. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to turncoat. I'm going to spend 1 shilling, and this guy's a friend.
So turncoat.
1 shilling in a revolting parish with at least 1 merry man, which could be Robin Hood if it's face down or face up. He's a merry man. He's just the merriest man.
Right, yeah.
I replace 1 henchman with a merry man. That guy was never about you. He rode that car into the distance and coming right to daddy.
Fair.
That's me. That is my plot, was a big recruit, and then my deed was a turncoat.
All right, so I have a couple of options.
Including pass. I'm gonna. We played a lot of these games together, and I'm gonna keep reminding you of your opportunity to pass.
So if I wanted to do that, a 2, 4, 6, 8, I could turn all of them up.
I like the structure, Fred. The plot, then deed. He's talking about how the crazy combos, because they're so limited in what you can do. We were talking earlier about order of. You really wish you could flip something and then do a thing, which of course, it makes sense, right? If you want to big brain a game design thing, sure, you could come up with it, but why? The game lives in not how straightforward it is, but like the fact
restrained,
exactly,
or constrained.
The blinders are necessary so you can focus because it's just him and I. There's no other multilateral.
That's
conflict.
actually a good point. Yeah. Okay, that all makes sense. That is valid. So I am debating between these two because regardless of what one I choose, I'm going to go first.
We're going first.
By the way, we know, and you know what? Let's go ahead and do this.
Yes. So there's 3 stacks of 8.
Yes.
The first 2 cards in each stack are normal events.
Mm-hmm.
The next 5 are 4 events and the tempo event, the Wheel of Fortune.
Right.
And the 8th card is the Royal Inspection.
Which is the proposition phase, propaganda phase.
Also, we don't get to look ahead.
Right.
We don't know what's coming next. Unlike other games where you can play in your tempo because, maybe I want to pass to be before the...
Since there's no passing, it makes sense that it's not in this game. But what we do know is the 8th card...
is the Royal Inspection.
Correct.
Yep.
All right? That is a known thing.
Yeah. No sun prop, no variable.
When old Johnny Boy is coming to town. So the debate that I'm having right now within myself is whether or not to patrol or whether or not to take the event. Okay? So patrolling effectively lets me move any number of henchmen from what basically I mark an area, and for instance, that would be here, and everything converges if I wanted to.
You pay per destination,
and then I get to turn them face up and go find where the merry man might be.
There's quite a few of them on the board.
There are. Realistically, though, he's probably there, but not necessarily. But I'm. You know what?
You could just deliver that carriage. Hey, man, that's not a trap, right? That's a tallage carriage. You're about to get 5 money and an order step. It's a trap carriage. You put 2 traps out.
I did in our last game.
In the pre-play, the first thing you did was play 2 trap carriages.
Anticipating he would go after him. I may have not done that because I did that, or I may have thought that he knew I wouldn't do that.
I certainly
so
can't pick the carriage in front of me.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is actually, I mean, it's really tasty, but I don't know that You know what? I will do the event, and here's why.
Sure.
The reason I'm going to do it is because it would cost me 2 shillings to do it, which would leave me 1 to go first, and then I can't really make use of any of the actual ops, i.e. the plots that I want.
And at minimum, you'll get 2 coins from that. If it's tallage, you get more, but if it's a trap or if it's a tribute, you at least get 2 coins.
Or I could...
Don't help him, Fred. Don't help him. You know this game's hard enough for me.
Yeah, so... I mean, I could patrol. That was the realistic option. But I think what I'm going to do instead is set myself up for the next round, and we will move them. No.
You do go first, because now that's going to be chilling here.
Yeah, so 1, 2.
Okay. You do go first.
I do go for only because I go first. Am I putting it at risk?
Yeah.
And now, because it didn't have any henchmen here, it can't take anybody. It can't like pick up along the way.
I don't believe it can pick up on the way. I think it's from the space. It's well, this is a special thing.
Yeah. So no,
it didn't have a henchman.
Okay, so that is it. So that is the end of the second round, and now we go for a new event.
And Rachel's here. Hi, Rachel.
Oh wow! Hey, Rachel. What's up? All right.
Okay.
Yes, he is spamming the chat, but we welcome it.
Ooh.
All right.
So we have our first tempo event. Again, these are called Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel up. Fortune.
Fortune. So that's the wheel. It's right there. First of all, each carriage will move 1, so you're going to get to deliver it anyway.
Oh, what a shock!
Bully for you.
Okay, so now we'll go ahead here. So what do we have? Oh, look at that. That's 5 coins.
So for delivering a carriage, that'll bump there.
And I will go ahead and take my 5 quid.
Take your ill-gotten money.
Yeah, thank you.
This will go to used carriages.
There you go. And then this guy just goes and, hey, look at that. We'll go and bring a homie from the streets.
That's the trap. Okay, so day of market. These work slightly different.
Okay, what do we got?
We're just going to
do the thing.
We will not affect initiative order, nothing else. Whatever this card says, will probably give you an option, me an option, and then we just move on.
There we go.
The day of market. Time to make a profit.
All right.
The sheriff, so you first, may return any number of henchmen to available to gain 1 shilling per henchman returned, up to the number of submissive pages. So you could return up to 1, 2, 3 henchmen to get 3 money back.
Facts.
Then I may return 1 merry man to gain that number of shillings, half that number rounded down. So I could do 2 for 1.
Yeah. Which, okay, I'm done. Because I just delivered that one. Obviously, we don't know what ones are in. By the way, not all of them, I believe. Are all of them in there? Are they all mixed in?
The Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah.
There's 5 in the box. You use 3 every game.
That's what I thought. So we don't know what ones are in there?
Yep.
So yeah.
Do I also want to be done, or do I want to do a cheeky play?
See, and I'm giving you the opportunity to... I don't know. That guy can just
I'm actually thinking some other things.
Ooh, all right.
I will... Ooh.
Shazira, while you're thinking, says, I was so pleased and a bit surprised when this showed up in Board Game Arena as well, because they are not traditionally there. Not the same as playing in real life, but what is. That's fair. And you know what? For those of y'all that enjoy, and it gives you an opportunity to, try before you buy type thing, I think that's a net positive, yeah.
I will...
It's a good way. That's a nice way of saying, Shazira says it's great for coaxing friends to give it a shot, i.e. coercing them into learning coin, so you can then expand their horizons with other ICS and coin
games. Then you
games.
can go play Liberty.
Yeah, right. Or
I think I'm also good.
Yeah.
I have in my brain this cheeky play that I want to do, and I think it could be fun.
Oh, do it!
Sure. Okay.
And obviously, he's free to always look at them.
I'll remove that one.
Okay. This is well done, you. This is well done. I appreciate.
And I'll remove that one.
All right, so you get a shilling,
I
sir.
get 1 shilling.
Okay.
So that's it. That is the day of market.
Okay. So now note, we did not actually take a turn in that regard. It's just a interlude, if you will. So now we go to the fourth one and go and scoot these bad boys up. I just realized. Yeah, there you go. Corruption.
Corruption.
Ooh.
So there's 1 carriage on the board. It will move and will deliver.
Now, to be clear, that is not move 1 carriage 2 spaces. That is move 2 carriages always. 1 space. But now this one,
which the guy can go with it, or you could just leave him in the Shirewood. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to him.
He's actually going to stay there.
No. That's fine.
And then look at that. That's the crown.
Okay, so 2 steps to you.
Correct. So 1, 2, and that goes. Notice there are no shackles used. Okay.
Okay. Now, would you like the event corruption?
Okay, yeah, probably ought to actually go over that. So, pay a shilling to replace a henchman with a merryman. That's for you.
Oh. Interesting.
Or pay 2 shillings to replace up to 2 merrymen in 1 space with 1 henchman each. That is really tempting.
Take your time. I got a vamp. Fred, I recently learned of and am super interested in a very civil whist. I'm just a normal man, but that guy could be interested in it too. A very civil whist is a card game by Fred, based on the game Whist about the English Civil War.
I'm familiar. I've never played Whist, but I'm familiar with it.
I'm super interested in it. Weird, tough times to find a copy right now, but anyway.
Okay, all right. Good to know. So pay 2 shillings to replace 2 of yours.
Did you get your money?
I did not, thank you. Oh, look, the 2 shillings that I then...
Oh, you didn't see them under all your other
I
shillings.
Couldn't even tell. I felt like Scrooge McDuck there for a minute, diving into it. We could go full Monty. The question is, do we want to do that? Or do we just go ahead and do the event?
Pay 2 shillings to replace up to 2 merrymen in 1 space. Oof. To
They're
be clear, that's pay out, not pay to me.
Yeah, right. Oh, I am aware. I so want to patrol.
Oh, dope. Okay, it's on its way from China now. It should be available in a couple months. Perfect. I'm super interested. I think the theme's cool. I love card games that variate on old themes. I will almost certainly be picking it up. That's all my vamp. I'm out of vamp.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm debating whether or not to. I mean, it effectively. Because I don't have carriages out and it's early enough, I think I will actually go ahead and do the event.
All right.
So I will pay the £2 to the bank to replace up to 2 merrymen in 1 space. There.
Which 2 would you like?
That one.
Okay.
And I think Brave Sir Robin is there.
Okay.
So those 2.
Well, you don't get to know, but they do remove.
And they become.
Mm-hmm. With 1 henchman each. So
yes. So there we go. That worked.
Who could say if it was Robin?
I don't know.
He was Spartacus. He was Spartacus. Okay. So, I think I will...
And to be clear, the reason I am the sheriff is 2 reasons. One, it's the way the board faces. I sit on this side to run the streams, the whole 9 yards. But also, we have historically found that it is more difficult to play as Robin and to succeed as Robin. And while Kyle has far more experience with this game than I do, he's willing to fall on a sword.
Also, I have slightly more hidden information to track than you, and running the stream and everything.
Yeah, it's enough.
You can have the big hammer as the sheriff, and I'll play the little subtle game. Same with Rebellion and War in the Ring. I've won both of those anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay. I will single plot.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay 1.
Okay.
To recruit.
All right.
I'm gonna recruit. Some guy there.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Event number 5, or card number 5. Social Bandit.
Social Bandit. So 2 carriages, but not on the board. Reveal Robin Hood in a parish and place a camp there. Shift 1 step towards justice and gain 2 shillings.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Robin. Happy to be here. I like Chinese food. Yeah, a little selfie with the peeps.
Out here in Remston.
Right,
oh,
yeah.
Is he in Remston?
Right. Oh, okay. So now, reveal Robin Hood. So in other words, I look at you and say, reveal Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah.
And set the space that he is in to submissive. So go ahead and leave me that event.
I'll plot to deeds.
Ooh. Uh-oh. That worries me.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
I am going to rob. My plot is going to be rob, and I'm going to rob there. Do I also want to rob in Retford? That would be the same. No, I will rob in Remston.
All right. So Fred says that Robin has a steeper learning curve, but he's hard to beat once you get the hang of him.
I've taught this game quite a bit. I generally teach it as Robin for the reason of the hidden information. I pretty regularly, some of the games are close, but I pretty regularly get beat.
Yeah.
But I have played it as the sheriff against an experienced player and got beat.
You're right. So
I think maybe in 8 plays I've won once and it was as Robin. Maybe.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you're robbing. So
I'm Robin
the
Hood. So up to 3 spaces with Merry Men and/or Robin Hood. So I'm choosing these 2 spaces because I have Merry Men. I'm going to select my target and reveal any number of Merry Men. Then roll against the target's defense value. So in Southwell Forest, I'm going to reveal 2 Merry Men. And they are Merry Men.
They are, in fact, merry men.
My target is going to be... I can choose... just to talk it through, I can choose one of 3 things, situation depending.
Okay.
If I'm in a space with a carriage, I can choose the carriage. If I'm in Nottingham, I can choose the Royal Treasury and steal straight from the Sheriff's Bank.
Yep.
Or I can basically always choose a Traveler, which is this deck of brown tarot cards. So I'm going to choose a Traveler. Let's see who we get.
Monks.
Oh.
You're going to rob monks?
Oh, well, similar to event cards, these cards, instead of the carriage moving, they have a defense value. In this case, the monks have defense of 0. There is the top unshaded box, which is generally low risk, low reward. Maybe I'll take them for a penny or 2, and then I'll let them go. The bottom is perhaps a little meaner. In this case, the difference being forced charity or brutal punishment.
All right, so let's go through it. So if you choose the top, if successful, gain a shilling and put the card in the discard pile. If failed, put the card in the discard pile. So basically, get a buck or nothing.
No. Yeah,
all right, the end.
However,
if successful, gain 3 shillings and put the card in the victim's pile. The victim's pile is a pile that is set aside.
It might
out
have
of
an effect
game,
on the game,
and it may have an effect, which usually is beneficial for me.
I don't want to cause too many victims because it'll lose the hearts and minds of the Shire.
Right, because you're killing people.
Well, no, it just says brutal punishment. They're just a victim, as opposed to me, taking them for a little bit and setting them on.
If failed, set the space to submissive, if possible, and put the card in the discard pile. So you lose the will of the people, the hearts and minds on this one. So, all right, see you in a bit, Fred.
So, as part of the robbing action, I'm going to roll against the defense pile. There's 2 dice in the game. There's the white die, which I would use in Nottingham or a submissive parish, and the green die, better for me. Things that are green should be better for... Anyway, the green die, which is better for me, that I use in the woods or revolting parishes.
Right.
This die is -2 to +2 over a scale, and this die is -1 to +3.
But but on the green die, there's still 3...
There's -1, -1,
and
0, and then +1, +2, +3.
Right.
On this one... -2, -1, it's bad. This die sucks. Yeah. However, this is my Southwell Forest, Rob.
Right.
So I'm going to roll the green die.
All right, and now you have to declare.
Brutal punishment. The Church of England can do one. So
how do you really feel? All right.
We're going to roll the die, but it is impossible for me to fail.
Facts.
I am rolling with 2 plus the dice against 0.
Right.
If I roll a -1, I'm still 1.
You're still 1 to 0.
But
so,
for fun...
There you go. So 4, you beat up on the monks. So you get 3 shillings,
Cha-cha.
put the card in the victim's pile. So we're actually going to put this right here. And, because I have them, and I'll use them, because they're victims.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, 100. I mean, you have desecrated the monks.
Oh.
So there we go. Okay. All right, done.
Okay, so now that's in the victims pile, I got my money. No additional repercussions.
So that one is done, but now we have this one down here in Remston.
Gonna rob in Remston. I will flip one merry man.
Okay. To the shock of exactly
Where's
zero.
Robin?
Not there.
Oh, obviously.
Richard at the Leah.
Richard at the lay.
At the lay? Okay.
That's how I
So, extortion. Such an ugly word. I prefer blackmail. If successful, gain 2 shillings and put the card in the discard. If failed, just put it in the discard. Notice this one actually has a defense of 1. The lend money, spend 3 shillings without rolling to set Retford to revolting and place a camp there, shifting 1 step towards justice. Good Lord.
Ooh!
Without rolling. Then remove the card from the game.
But this is, so I can give Richard money.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I like this card.
Oh,
so
that's clever. I haven't seen this one. All right.
Retford is already revolting, so I wouldn't need to do that, but I could place a camp and shift 1 towards justice.
Yeah.
Oh, see, those monks,
They have...
that was Richard at the Lay's money.
Right.
So I'm going to take the bottom option. I'm going to spend 3 shillings, not roll. I'm going to set Retford to revolting, it already is, and place a camp there. Placing a camp ships me 1 towards justice.
Gross. And that's out of the game.
Well, so it's...
No, it's out of the game.
Oh, is it?
Out
oh, nice.
of the game.
Usually go to a discard.
Right,
which
no,
every
not in
shuffle,
this
but
case. Nope,
specifically.
done. Okay.
Carl says, this is pre-Church of England, pre-Reformation. So fair. Church of England call out wrong. I don't want to get into my stuff with the church, but I still don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't either, but I'm playing a part here.
Yeah, so now I'm going to do my deed.
Okay.
My deed is going to be Inspire. I'm going to choose a parish with hidden Robin Hood.
Hold on, let me move it to the top. Go ahead.
I choose a parish with hidden Robin Hood, and I will reveal Robin to either set the parish to revolting if it wasn't.
Already done.
Or if it is already revolting,
can't.
I can reveal Robin to shift towards justice.
Or that,
So,
right.
boop.
Hey, what up? All right, so now we're back to where we started. All that work I've done.
Bye, Rachel.
All right, have a good one. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for showing up.
That was a great draw from the Traveler's deck.
Yeah, that was terrible. So I could do the event up there and change that to submissive.
Sure, man.
But that doesn't feel great.
You're going to get initiative either way. Because I took plots and deeds.
Yeah.
Boy, these peasants are revolting. True.
Okay. Well, we are going to do a single plot. In doing that single plot, I have most of my dudes out on the board. There are 2 valid options as I see it. No, I think the right thing is to go ahead and capture. Oh, no, I can't. Well, no, I can't. Shoot, I'm not there. So I can't do that. That's right. So this is a single location. So I guess we have to patrol. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Je réfléchis, my French is terrible. This should technically be face down because it's only an animal if it's in the forest, just as a reminder.
Okay, fair enough.
Oogie. Same either way. Call may call me. Thank you though. Good call out.
You know what? I'm good. This way I can remove them next turn. Yeah, all right, fine. I'm going to go ahead and patrol.
Réfléchis.
So I'm going to patrol in the Shire Woods. So that's going to cost me 2 shillings.
So you're paying for 1 destination, and now from adjacent spaces.
Okay, done. So now, after I've done that, I reveal 1 merry man per 2 henchmen in the forest. Hey, guess what? That's just a regular merry man.
It is, because Robin's up here.
I guess I could. You know what? Actually,
You can move more in.
I can. Do I want more than that?
So as a note, while he's
I
pondering,
think I'll do that. No.
When he does a
Go ahead.
patrol,
Yeah.
it is one merry man per one henchman
Yep.
in parishes, but in the forest, it is 2 henchmen for one merry man. I'm hard to find. I'm in the woods. I'm wearing green. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah. I mean, like in Good Morning Vietnam, I can't see you when you go into the jungle. In my opinion, you should clash. So, all right, that's done. That's it. That's the end of that. Done. New event.
New event.
So this is number 6.
This is 6. It's going to be a normal event. The Bishop of Hereford.
All right. So, Hereford. Well, okay, in Colorado it's Hereford. I don't know what it is in England. So, easy mark. It says, hold on, get the glare. There we go. Place the bishop in the traveler's deck.
It's a separate traveler's card that starts out of the game.
All right, remove a knight from the traveler's deck, which those are bad for you, good for me.
They're hard to hurt.
Okay, or gain 2 shillings, remove a monk, which I assume there are multiples, from the traveler deck and discard pile to the victim's pile. I'm probably willing to let you have that. So, I think it's so frustrating that I can't patrol and capture in the same turn. It's specifically a parish.
You can always pass. This is a bit. Go watch any 2-player stream that we've done. I will remind him of his opportunity to pass at every opportunity.
So I'm going to capture. There's no doubt about that. It's just whether or not I'm going to. I can only capture in one location right now. So the question is whether or not I want to actually do a deed.
Single plot, keep initiative for the last card of this ballad.
It is real tempting.
It's not a bad idea.
Okay, if I'm going to capture, then no. I will plot and deed. All right, I am going to capture. There's only one place in which I can capture. That is there. So capture is free. It says up to 3 spaces with henchmen. Okay. Remove 1 revealed enemy piece per 2 henchmen.
In a revolting parish.
Right. Actually, it's 1 per revealed enemy piece. Period. So it's 1 for 1.
Once you find me in the forest,
right?
Now you found me. It's just as easy to clap me in irons.
So it remove merry men to parish. So, or I'm sorry, to prison. Sorry.
So we start with my 1 revealed merry man.
Yep.
Goes to prison.
And then the very last thing is camps. Camps go back to you.
If there happened to be a hidden merry man,
I could not remove the camp because I can't remove the merry man unless he's been revealed.
Exactly. So this will go back to available, and that will shift you 1 towards order.
Good. Done. That's it. That's all I could do for the capture.
Yep.
But that's done. Now my deed, it will be dirty. Done with sheep.
Done with putting booty in a carriage.
Right. So, no.
Are you
Hell
sure?
no. I'm positive.
Okay.
We will ride. So riding is Nottingham and 1 parish. All right. Move up to 4 henchmen from Nottingham to any 1 parish.
I wonder where he's going.
Oh, I don't know. There. Oh, to a parish. Oh, in that case, we will do that.
Yep. So, just showing the mark, specifically ride is different than a patrol.
Right.
You pick up, up to 4?
Yes.
And you just teleport them to a not forest, not Allerton Hill space on the board.
Nottingham is not adjacent to Remston.
Doesn't matter.
Clear,
these guys
they
load up the ponies, they load up all their supplies, they get on the road, and off they go.
Yep. And the whole reason I'm doing that is, well, we'll find out next turn. So, oh God, y'all couldn't see that. I apologize. I missed all of that. Terrible me. So that dude went to jail. That one, the camp went back. And then these guys came out to Remston. I apologize. Sorry.
If my French is good, Alexander says that this is a magnificent game or a great game, and I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I realize I missed that. So when I captured the two dudes, so he was there and the camp was there.
And one face-up camp.
There you go.
First thing to go was the
apologize.
revealed Merryman. No more hidden Merryman.
Right.
No Robin Hood. Camp, he shifted one towards order.
And then for the ride, these guys teleport over to One Parish from Nottingham. Okay, done. That's me. It is your honor, sir.
Yes.
Apologies, got y'all. Sorry about that.
I think I'll probably take the event because the Bishop of Hereford is very easy to rob.
So Bishop in the Traveler and remove a knight.
Do I want to do a plot? A single plot? I have a shilling, so I can do all my plots.
So those are all the potential victims, by the way, that are currently in the game.
Single plot. Oh. Could be cool. I'm in an interesting spot here. I feel like I'm going to be focusing on robbing because I'm able to establish this northern base. Yeah, I'll take the event.
Okay, so we're looking for removing one of the knights.
Yep.
So there is here, that is a noble knight. That's what he would be. So he's really bad for
hard to rob, doesn't give me a lot of risk, and instead I'm putting in the bishop, which low defense can give me a crap ton of money. Doing the harder one could be bad because it could give you shillings and submit the space, but he's weak and I'm generally going to try to take safe robs when I do. So
now I'm just roughly shuffling. And sir, cut.
I know, you did it right.
Okay, there we go. All right, done. So now we're back. Final event before we have the royal inspection, and it is your honor. Will Stutley.
So one carriage would move, but not on the board.
There are none on the board. All right, move a hidden merry man, which there is one, from an adjacent space. Then move all henchmen there to Nottingham, which not great for you, really.
Yeah, no, that's kind of a nothing burger.
Yep, and place any two revealed merry men in prison. Okay, tempting.
Is it?
I don't know.
Well, any two revealed merry men. So.
Right.
Well, Robin Hood's currently revealed. So.
It is important to note that at the end of a royal inspection, Robin Hood is going to go first. So he's going to go first next the actions.
I could take
so he could
deeds.
take plots and deeds, honestly, without any kind of recourse.
Oh.
So yeah.
Yeah, speaking of taking plots and deeds without any sort of recourse.
And that's the reason why it was tempting for me. But I wanted to get these guys, I wanted to get the camp off the map. That was really the big thing.
Yeah, I mean, I could plots and deeds. I think I'm going to have to.
And conversely,
annoyingly, I think I actually need a single plot because I only have $1 anyway.
Right.
And my zero.
But you keep it from me.
Yeah, but with that event floating, because that event's a nothing burger for me.
Right.
Robin Hood's a revealed merry man right now.
Yeah.
I'd really rather not. Well, actually, sorry, not Robin Hood. You can't do it to Robin Hood.
No.
So I don't care. Oh.
Hold on. He is a merry man.
Not Robin Hood.
Oh, fact. It does explicitly say not Robin Hood. It does. So
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So actually, I don't need to do the thing I thought I needed to do. Then maybe I do the annoying thing. Yeah, all plots and deeds. This is probably a little overextending myself.
Good.
But I will do a single plot. I can do any number, but I only got $1.
Yeah, so.
I'm going to recruit in Retford.
Okay.
And I will take the option to turn everybody face down.
Okay.
My deed will then be to inspire and move one step towards justice.
Oh, that's fair.
Literally, Robin goes, hey!
What? No object permanence there in Retford. Okay. Well, I really wanted to be able to do plots and deeds because I wanted to hire a lot.
Yeah, that's
unfortunately
another reason why I decided to do it.
Yeah, and I had the cash to be able to do it in 3 places. So we will single plot. I mean, I could move them to prison, but the thing is, what's the difference between 3 and 5? Or 3 and 4? Oh, there is no difference. Ooh.
I'm already getting a good shifter in the unrest.
You're getting one.
That's a good shift.
Right. So
We'll explain that in a moment.
maybe I just clear you off the board.
Good.
Any two merry men in prison.
Yeah. I will get one of them back. If you put two up here, there's three. I'll be getting one back during the royal inspection. Pardon for good behavior.
Because flipping one, well, because I can't put out carriages. That's the problem right now.
You can put out one carriage.
Yeah, no, that's my point.
That's true. If you made it a five revolting parishes was pretty good for me.
I actually think the event, or I could turn this over.
Alexander says, love the cards. Found older GMT games to look a bit too practical as opposed to aesthetic. I think that these cards are a really good balance. Obviously, they need slightly less data because they don't need to have all the faction icons and all that crap, but like the idea of title, effects, art, right? I think this delivers on that in thematic, in setting way, which I love.
Nope, I will do the event. That one and that one will go into prison.
Go in the bin.
Okay, done. And now, hey, look at that, a royal inspection.
One
immediately conduct. Right, but there are none. Okay, so now that these are done, we're just going to set these 8 aside because we know that's the case.
We know it's done.
So now we're going to come over here for the royal inspection.
Yes. So.
And it's on your play rate if you want.
It's on an awkward angle. With me
okay,
from my player,
gotcha.
But I have
so we're going through. So hey, old John, unrest.
So the unrest phase. Check the number of submissive parishes and shift royal favor accordingly. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 submissive. 3 submissive.
3.
Parishes.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute, because that changes.
It's not a parish, but it counts as
right.
submissive. There are 3 submissive parishes, so 1 step towards justice.
Yep, facts.
Delish. Now is the step where we would check for instant win. If we had it in either of the 3 dark shaded circles.
Nope. We're good.
All right. Now we go into the 2 player-specific.
So hold on. Actions. We're moving into mischief. Okay.
Mischief phase is about me. I gain 1 shilling for each camp in a forest, including Allerton Hill. Done.
Okay.
Then may conduct a single rob plot followed by a donate deed in up to 2 spaces. Also, I should have spent this when I did my recruit.
Fact. Thank you.
So, got 1 shilling, nothing. Then may conduct a single rob plot followed by a donate deed in up to 2 spaces. Return half the merry men in prison to available forces. So, I think I will conduct a rob plot in Retford. I'm going to flip this guy face up. A quick note.
Yes.
When you rob, then your value base is the number of merry men you flip up in that moment. Another revealed merry man being here would not count. He's already a known bandit. The people can expect him. This guy suddenly reveals himself.
Ah!
The difference, or the exception, is Robin. Robin Hood's Robin Hood. He doesn't care that you know he's coming. He's still going to do the thing. So I have a value of 2 because Robin's there and already face up.
If you choose to use Robin.
I'm choosing to use Robin.
Okay. All right. Just being clear. Okay.
Here we go.
Monks.
I know exactly where they can go. I cannot possibly fail.
Not a green die, sir.
Yes, a green die.
Oh, you're right. Carry on. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm obviously choosing the bottom option because I cannot possibly fail. So,
gain your 3 shillings.
Delish.
Hey, look at that. 2 dead monks.
Well, I mean, if you go by the art, it's 6 dead monks.
Okay, fair. Right. Fair. Okay. Fair point.
Okay. So that was my... then I can do a donate.
Yes.
So I can conduct a single rob plot followed by a donate deed in up to 2 spaces. So donate, we haven't talked about yet. It's 2 shillings per submissive parish with any merry men greater than or equal to henchmen.
Done.
I have none. So done.
Okay.
Then I take half of these rounded down to available, and if Robin was there, I get to do some other fun stuff that we'll come back to in a minute.
Next.
In redeployment, the Robin Hood thing we were talking about earlier.
Governance.
Now governance. You get to do your stuff. You gain 1 shilling for each submissive space, including Nottingham. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So always getting 1. Remove half rounded down the henchmen in each revolting space to available forces. So, one there, one there, one there. 2 available.
Okay, done.
Then, set any revolting parish where henchmen outnumber merry men to submissive, for free.
Boom. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Okay, done.
Yes. Now we go to redeployment. First, the sheriff must move any henchmen in revolting parishes and forests to submissive spaces. And we'll hold there for now.
Okay, so these guys got to bug out of the forest.
They got to go to a submissive space.
Right. And it's everyone can choose, like, they just teleport wherever I want them to go.
We know a second half of the sentence is coming, but for now, these guys got to go anywhere else on the map that's not Retford or Southwell.
So we will go there, there, there. No, actually, those guys will come there to Tuxford. Okay.
And you may move any other henchman to Nottingham.
Right.
So those guys got to get out of there, but anybody else on the map
now can basically
could go to Nottingham. Which those guys could have also gone to Nottingham.
Yeah, so I'm good.
Okay. Then returns all used carriages to available forces. So
thank you very much.
There
we go. There and there. Okay, done.
Second, all merry men on the map should be flipped to hidden.
So this is the reset
no,
part.
We're still in
redeployment. Sorry, redeployment. Apologies.
So all my merry men, which is only 3, go to hidden. Then any merry men in submissive parishes must be moved to a forest. No.
Okay.
Or to a parish with a camp, even if submissive. I'm good.
Yep.
Any other merry men may stay where they are or be moved to a forest or parish with a camp as desired.
Okay.
I'm tempted to just bring that one guy from Southwell up to Retford. No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Then, if the special Robin Hood piece is in available forces, he's not. He's here. We know he's here.
Right.
Place it at any forest. Finally, unless it is in prison, the Robin Hood player may secretly swap the Robin Hood piece with any other merry man on the map.
Okay, so look, we know Robin Hood is
one of
right there. It's that one. So go ahead, put that behind your board.
So
in fact, take all 3 of those, and you know what?
So I am going to.
You know what? Here, we'll do this.
Yeah.
So we have
2 there,
2 here.
So this is basically.
And we have 1 here.
Robin gets to move around the board because he is the guy.
Right. So these 3 will now come.
The method that we decided to do is we're just going to note who needs to go where, and then Robin Hood can become
any of those. So there we go. Yep.
So, and I will do that, and I will do that.
Yep.
Done.
There we go.
All right. Now we go into the reset phase, which is the last step. Shuffle the Traveler deck discard back into the main deck. Nope, they're
done.
They're either dead or out of the game. They're either out of the game
or out of the game. Right.
Yeah. Place the Robin Hood player's eligibility disc to be first. Place you to be second. Draw the next event card. Begin a new ballot.
Game on. We're a third of the way through the game. Now we're going to pick up the pace a little bit because now that you've seen almost everything here.
There's a couple deeds maybe I haven't done.
Right, but for the most part, we're going to rock and roll now. Here we go. Robin's Horn.
Oof.
Okay, so reveal Robin Hood to move up to 3 merry men from adjacent spaces into his space, hidden. Then attempt to rob there. Or I, as he is a common thief, place henchmen up to half the number of cards in the victim's pile, i.e. 1 rounded up, but in any parishes, then capture in one parish where a henchman was placed. So capture is they have to be revealed. That's kind of a nothing burger for me event-wise, but we'll see.
Place henchmen at half the number, then capture one place where henchmen. Yeah, they'd have to be revealed.
Yeah, they'd have to be revealed. So not great as a first.
And Robin is in one of these 2 places, so also not really great for me.
Right.
So I think I will single plot, and I'm just going to spend 1 shilling to recruit in Retford, and I'm going to place
2, correct?
2 hidden merry men. One for base, and then another one because it's a camp.
Yep.
Bop.
And obviously, I know that Robin's already out here, so you can mix those up so I don't know which you're not looking. Because I don't want to cheat. You know what I mean? All right, have a good one, John. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
So now, The event we've already established kind of sucks for me right now.
So pass.
Yeah.
You need more money.
Clearly. So we'll go ahead and do the whole kit and caboodle. So what do we want to do? I'm pretty sure we're going to confiscate. We're going to put a couple of carriages out. But in the meantime, I mean,
it's probably carriage time, right? I mean,
but that's the deed. The question is, what is the patrol? I think from adjacent, I'm leaving Nottingham. I think it's worth it. I will go ahead and patrol there.
Rolling, patrolling, trying to catch me riding dirty.
Right. So that's 2 shillings.
What do you think? You think that's Robin?
No. But we're going to go ahead and reveal him. So because he's in the forest and...
Robin Good, a distant cousin.
There you go. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. There you go. Okay, cool. But it was more or less just to reveal it so I can get rid of him.
You've made certain, and you can get rid of him later.
And now in 2 submissive parishes, it's going to be Mansfield and Remston, obviously.
Where I am not,
right.
Yes.
And I think it makes sense to do maybe...
Yeah, I like my position in the north of the board, but I have certainly ceded the south of the board.
Yes. So I think I will do that. Hold on. Yeah. All right. Good. That is me done. Back to the event. What we got?
Maid Marian.
Okay.
1 carriage, 1 space.
Okay. So 1 carriage, 1 space. Yeah. Let's.
And can take a friend.
He could. Okay. But we're all set. Okay. Sorry. The event. So the event says perform a free single plot, and then swashbuckle or inspire with any merry men. I can remove a carriage from the map to the used carriage box to set any one parish to submission. Any, including Retford.
I ain't giving you that.
Move all merry men in that parish to an adjacent space. Yeah, you can't. You can't take that risk.
I think I'll be taking the event.
Okay, all right. Wise choice.
I also don't mind this.
Okay. Perform a single plot.
Yes.
And then
free.
Right. And so he's basically getting the plots and deeds without having to take the plots and deeds.
Yeah.
But it's a specific one of the plot and then either 2 of the 3 swashbuckle or inspire. Right? It's 3, right? 4.
I have 4. Turncoat, right. Donate, swashbuckle, inspire.
Yeah, there you go. Are y'all digging it? Are you following along? Is it making sense for those of you who haven't played this?
Or I could. Sorry, now I'm thinking about. Now I gotta.
All good. No, you're fine. I'm checking out chat, seeing what's going on. Seems folks are enjoying this though. I'm enjoying this. Also, while I have time, later tonight here. Bring this over.
Yeah, I appreciate the vamp.
Yeah, no, you're totally fine. Later tonight, we have Shackleton Base coming for the patrons. We're doing a patron-only stream of that at 7 p.m. So if you are a patron at $7 or $5 and up level, you get access to watch that. Basically me relearn it from a year ago.
When you carriage.
Oh, those should have flipped to revolt. Facts.
Which is important for me choosing what I need to do.
Yep.
Yes, patron-only tonight.
Good call, Joshua. Yep.
Patron-only tonight.
Thanks, Chip. Appreciate that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Now, I mean, it's just... Yeah. I love the free inspire or swashbuckle with any merry man. That is super useful.
Oh, God.
It's about the free plot.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's super easy. Sure. My free plot's going to be a sneak. Sneak.
Disappear back into the woods.
Yep.
Okay.
So, sneak specifically, I can move any merry men to adjacent spaces. So, opposite of yours, I choose one spot and then I go...
Whoop! Run away. Yes.
If a destination is submissive and moving merry men plus henchmen there exceeds 3. So that would be submissive and exceeds 3.
Yep.
My guys actually become exposed.
Right.
There's just too much going on. The comp activity, or I come in too much force.
Yep.
I got to keep it 3 or under. But in this case, this is Shirewood, so I'm
Right.
cool anyway.
Yep.
And then I hide all moving merry men. Now my free Swashbuckler Inspire. I'm going to do a free Inspire with any merry man.
Oh, okay. With any merry man.
Any merry man. So he stands up and he has a mascot and says,
I am Robin Hood.
I am Robin Hood, and it's like,
No, that's not
I believe you. This is cool, but
Yeah, are you really Robin Hood?
I don't think you're Robin Hood.
All right. Chip asks, and I guess actually it makes sense since
G&T.
yeah, well, it's an ICS game. So here, I'll grab that too. Hold on. Oh, I'm sore.
Oh, stop.
I am. Well, no, I don't play rugby, but I'm too old for that. Chip's asking, any idea when we might be streaming the prototype of Echo in the Dark?
Echo from the Dark.
I'll never get it right. Echoes.
Gest of Robin Hood.
Thank you. The truthful answer is May. It's almost assuredly going to happen in May. And we're going to see if Adam wants to come out for HeavyCon. If he comes out for HeavyCon, it'll probably be right before HeavyCon. That would make the most sense.
I'm super
leading
interested,
into it. So May, just don't know early, mid, or late May, to answer your question, Chip. Exactly. Andrew, I am Spartacus. What's up, Brianna? All right. So you have taken that.
I single plot sneak, and then I inspired with a merry man to get myself another step towards justice.
Yeah, so...
Justice.
I will... Pass. Also an option.
Do you want initiative or not? I mean, you could swing a big hammer here. Plots and Deeds is good. You got a lot of control on the south of the board.
I do.
For now.
The problem is... what I want to do... don't think that makes sense.
Just a reminder, G&T Game Spring Sale going on. I don't know if Just of Robin Hood, you looked at it yesterday.
No, it's full Monty because it's shipping.
Yeah, it's already shipped. It's an older P5. So this game isn't in it, but a bunch of other great stuff is, including heavy cardboard favorite 1862. I ordered Red Dust Rebellion and Liberty or Death because I love coin game system and I want to show them off to my friends. Hex and Counter stuff in there. He did a full perusal yesterday. Go check out that video of stuff in the P500 right now. But I don't know. Again, I'm just a guy. But GMT's got a sale right now. And they have a lot of good stuff in the sale. So.
All right. It's not what I want to do. It's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to do a single plot.
You want initiative, which, yeah.
Yeah. I am actually going to patrol.
You going to come find me again?
Yeah.
Chase me down?
So these guys are going to move on over. So up to one destination, I got to pay 2 shillings for that. And reveal a merry man.
Hey, guys, you found me again.
It's not what I wanted to do. It's what I needed to do. And I'll explain why here in a minute. Okay, since I'm going to be first eligible anyways.
It's because you're about to move 2 carriages now. You know, one got me a free...
Yes! You are correct.
With my good die in a forest.
Exactly, yeah. All right, it's Guy
so
of Gisborne.
So this is the other out-of-the-game traveler card, but this one is good for you.
Is it this one?
Big defense. I'm forced to fight it at risk. So if you take the event, this goes into the traveler's deck.
Okay, got it.
Effectively.
All right. So you can swap Robin Hood, even if he's in prison or unavailable, with any other merry man on the board, hide Robin Hood, and reveal the merry men. Okay, whatever. Place Guy in the deck. By the way, hold on, back up. Carriage 1.
Which trap carriage do you want to move?
I will move
that trap carriage.
That trap carriage, right there.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Place Guy in the Traveler's deck and remove a monk from... I don't know if there's any left.
If possible.
Right, yeah.
So you could go in and find 0 monks, in which case Guy just goes in.
Right, and then shuffle the Traveler deck. Okay.
Listen, I'm trying to find the monks. I'm doing my part.
There has been a purge, so I've heard. You know what? God, I want to do that so bad. I think this is too important. I think I let you. I'm gonna do the whole Monty.
Oh.
So, plots and deeds. So we are going to hire. So I'm going to hire there.
So that'll cost 3.
No, that's 6.
Sorry, 6. Yeah, yours are expensive. That's all your money.
Yeah, that's all of it.
Yeah, someone said earlier that that's a rich sheriff after the first inspection round, but all of his stuff costs 2 or 1.
Right.
All my stuff is 1 or 0, effectively.
So that's 2 per. Okay, that's Nelly would be proud. That is 2 per.
You're really making me look bad on the whole steal from the rich to give to the poor thing.
So I get to place up to 4 in Nottingham. I will. So that one's good. And then where there, if place up to 2 henchmen in submissive parishes, those are not submissive.
So,
however, I can set revolting parishes with more henchmen than merry men.
So it's the secret other option in his recruit action. Mine is to hide guys at bases. His is to you get
Quell
no
the
more
people.
guys, but you order. Order is restored.
Yeah, let's just take a breath.
So
y'all.
someone commented, I like how we can't have order and justice. Interesting. All right. The event's kind of dead for me. I'm getting initiative. It's not dead. It's just not great. I can swap Robin Hood with another guy and then reveal him, but they're all in one spot. I suppose I could swap him down there, but why would I do that?
Sure.
Because again, with him revealed, you know he's one of these 3.
Yeah, facts.
Single plot, probably.
You can pass.
True, but it's only 1 coin for me.
Yes.
Actually. Humorously.
It might be a thing that you want to do so that you can plot indeed multiple places next turn. I don't know.
Oh. Or do I want to do something now? Hilarious. Gosh, is that really what I'm going to do?
I don't know. Is it?
Easy. Steady. I'm in a position that I find myself rarely in with Robin. With this northern position, I like it, but I'm not quite sure how to approach it. I'm not doing the event, so I'm doing single.
I mean, I have chosen to thus far ignore it. That is a future sheriff problem.
3's enough. 4's better. Then next turn, I can do. See, I kind of wanted to plot some deeds this time, so you've done me all right.
All right.
I mean, I could just rob here.
Yes.
You didn't put Guy in the deck.
I did not. I elected to let Guy have a day off.
Have a day off.
Yes.
I have initiative, so I'm unlikely to have to worry about. Yeah, I'll single plot and I'll rob here.
Okay.
So I will throw.
So it's all about how many do you wish to reveal first off.
Yeah,
right?
I think I'll probably just throw them all face. I'm rolling the green die. It could be a 2, in which case I could, in theory, fail. I'll just throw them all up because I have initiative next turn. So
Okay.
here's everyone. Hello, friends.
All right. So hold on. Keep them separate. There you go. The one on the right you cannot use.
Yeah.
So those 3. So it's a +3.
So it's a +3 on a green die because it is a revolting
Yes.
parish.
And it's a noble knight. Good thing you did it. So defensive 2.
Yeah.
So if successful, gain 3 shillings. Put the card in a discard pile. If you fail, discard pile. Or you can mug him. If successful, gain 5 and put in the victim pile. If failed, capture the robbing merry men and put the card in the discard pile. So if he fails, all 3 of them, including old Robin,
which would
go
shift
into
towards
prison.
order. So
Yeah.
I also want to call out. I love the snail. It's just so good. Medieval snail art.
Underrated. Or medieval snail art.
I think it's properly rated in that it's the best.
Yeah, okay, all right, fair enough.
I've been kicking some monks, but I wouldn't mind a donation, sir. Please, sir. I'm doing the unshaded option, top option. So
that is
3 or nothing with no risk.
Pas de main?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you say it, but I'm trying.
Yes.
Pas de main. So
works for me.
Okay, I'm trying.
So it's 2. I'm rolling with plus 3.
So you're at plus 1. You're at plus 1.
Yeah, I'm at plus 1. Because if it's equal, the defense wins. I need to beat that.
Yes.
I will roll on the board.
All right.
It's good.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Easy
So
game.
3 shillings.
3 shillings.
And into the discard pile. So here, I'm just going to put it face up.
Yeah.
Like that.
That will get reshuffled during the next royal inspection.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Done.
So
New event. I said we were going to speed up. We are not. That's okay.
Nah, we're having too much fun.
Temporary truce.
0 carriages move.
All right.
So temporary truce.
Wheel of
fortune.
So the sheriff may move all henchmen 2 submissive spaces to shift 1 step towards order. Then Robin Hood may move all merry men to camps or forests to shift 1 step towards justice. Okay. May move all henchmen 2 submissive spaces.
All your henchmen are in submissive spaces.
They are not, except for that.
Yeah.
I elect not to.
Okay. I can move all of my merry men to camps or forests and hide all merry men. Shoop. And all of them
Do not like.
Oh, delish.
Do not like.
Let's take a look at that. I'll put those. That was a great flop for Kyle.
Yeah, it was. Nasty. All right. That event is done. That is 4.
And we've seen the Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel Scarlet.
So
Place a camp.
Both carriages.
Thank you. So this one is not going to bring anybody. And this one is not going to bring anybody.
But that one will deliver.
And that one will deliver. And hey!
So 2 shillings for you, 1 for the carriage, 1 for it being tribute.
There we go. Done. All right. So now moving back to the event. Talented woodsman place a camp in 1 forest and shift towards justice, even if there's already a camp there. Phew, I've done a good job taking care of that. Reveal Robin Hood and perform a free single patrol. So patrol is move in any number of henchmen from adjacent spaces, then reveal a merry man per henchman there. Because not in the forest. That means 3 of the 5, potentially, for that event.
I need to check the wording of one of your plots.
You could just ask.
Sure could. Right. Okay, I'm going to plots and deeds.
Okay, here comes full Monty.
I am going to sneak.
Okay.
That is my... So I choose an origin. That costs me 1 shilling.
Okay.
I then move any merry men to adjacent spaces.
Okay.
If a destination is submissive and moving merry men plus henchmen there exceeds 3, reveal them. I am going to move...
Exceeds 3, and they must move to adjacent.
So I have 1 option.
Yes. And if you move more than 1, they turn face up.
Yes. So I'm going to move...
That appears to be more than 1.
So they're all going to be revealed. A normal merry man, a normal merry man, and a normal merry man.
Okay.
That is my plot.
Okay.
My deed.
Now, you could plot multiple, but he doesn't have other options.
Yeah, not really. I not for sneak.
Right.
I could have done other things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
specifically sneak.
My deed is going to be donate. I'm going to... This is a new one. It costs us 2 shilling per parish. Going to do it there. 2 shillings, up to 2 submissive parishes with any merry men equal or greater than henchmen. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Set that to revolting.
That is disgusting.
Correct.
See, revolting.
Yes. I got it.
I know. Done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I could reveal Robin Hood and perform a single patrol.
You know he's one of these 2.
I do. I don't know that does any good. So I could just capture 2 of them.
It's revolting. You would capture 1 of them. Capture is the opposite
Correct.
of patrol. In
That
a
is
revolting
correct.
parish, it's the people defend me. They'll stow me in their haylofts and basements and under the bed. I don't know. Where would a merry man?
So and how many do you have in total?
10.
10. Does that include Robin Hood?
No, I have 11. With
11.
Robin.
Okay,
so I have
so
2 here, 3
7.
there,
So you have 4 back there.
4 back there, and you know that these are all
Merry men, right? Yeah. So the question is, do I go ahead and just take the 2 quid?
Pass. Let's go.
So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 2 more events. So I'm going to get that. You know what? I could move them. Oh, you know what? It isn't, I can't hire because submissive, but I could set it to submissive if I were to do the event. If I set it to submissive next turn.
You will be going first in the next
Right.
card.
But then that is higher, but I can't capture them. Oh, but I can. You know what? Screw it. Let's do the event.
All right.
So, reveal Robin Hood. Perform a single patrol. So, a patrol, and it is free single patrol.
Yep.
Up to 3 destination. Well, in this case, a single. Move in any number of henchmen from adjacent spaces, then reveal 1 merry man per henchman. Now there.
Okay.
There. Obviously, you're a merry man. Okay, done. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, done. So there and there. I hate the way you say like you have something. It's so unnerving.
Have I? Who can say if I'm doing it on purpose?
Yeah, 100%. So all right,
Carriage.
tax collectors. Say that money and victory points. So that'll be 2, and that moves 2 bumps towards the good guy.
Yeah, that was, considering I had no presence down there, that was pretty obvious.
I thought so. Yeah. So all right. So you, if I let you, move up to 4 merry men from adjacent spaces into Nottingham. Not too worried.
Dead for me.
Yep. Confiscate in up to 2 parishes, even if not submissive, meaning I can place 2 carriages.
Yeah, which, even if they're not submissive, but you'd be doing it in submissive. So that is effectively just
Not necessarily.
a normal old
I mean, I could theoretically.
Well, you don't have any henchmen there.
Fact, I can't. You're right. Okay. What do I want to do? The single plot is tempting, and I'm pretty sure we're going to.
We have gone through 6, so 2 cards until.
Yeah, I will single plot,
Yep.
and I think I capture.
Yep.
So it's free. I'm capturing there up in Retford, and it says remove 1 revealed enemy piece per henchman, or per 2 henchmen in a revolting parish. Oh, Robin.
So they both go because you have to start with non-Robin.
Oh, I actually can only do 1 then.
So he goes. Robin last.
Yeah.
You can still do it. Bully for you.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Shoot.
Okay.
So to be clear, capture, but because it's revolting, the people hide me, you have to start with revealed non-Robin merry men, then revealed Robin, then camps.
Hold on. 2, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Put him back. Instead, I'm going to pay 2 shillings, and I'm going to hire there, and just flip it.
We're equal.
With more henchmen. I cannot put him back in jail. You're right.
Into jail. Straight to jail.
Yep, done.
All right. Well, that probably means plots and deeds for Kyle. Question is, what do I want to do with it?
I wanted to go first. ahead of this for the last event.
I don't disagree with the play that you made.
Yeah.
Annoyingly, it's probably sneak. Because we're giving you justice anyway by ditching off the camp. But having that camp up there is really good. I could sneak back. Oh, I can actually... No, I can split it up. Okay, yeah. My plot is going to be for delivering the carriage.
No, for the hire that I didn't do.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good call, Joshua. Thanks.
So I will sneak, which is 1 shilling per origin. Done. 1 shilling per origin, but it's the only way that I can get it done. Yeah, okay. 1 shilling per origin, paid. Move any merrymen to adjacent spaces.
Pod Dharma. Okay. Thank you.
I will move
Artemis.
at least one there.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to move another one? No, I don't need to. And then I will move these 2 here. Or do I only want to move 1? Just because having a merryman there when we get into the next phase will keep that revolting. You'll have to commit stuff to get it done. But otherwise he'll stay face up. If I move him, he won't be face up. I could just leave it. Get over to Newark.
I hear Jersey's beautiful this time of year.
Oh, gosh. It's a small decision. It kind of matters. Done. He moved into a space. Moving merrymen plus henchmen is less than 3.
He hides. Yep.
Moving henchmen plus merrymen. Moving merrymen plus henchmen exceeds 3.
Yes.
It does not. Moving merrymen.
Yeah.
I did not move Robin in there.
Oh, that's a good... Okay, yeah, look it up.
Just because we're working on the shorthand of the board, I'm going to look up the full thing. If any merryman enters a submissive space. Oh, it's revolting anyway. No. He gets to hide. Everybody there gets to hide. Because that's only cares about submissive spaces.
All right, well...
I'm just making sure. Set all other merrymen that moved to hidden. Right. So
okay, Robin still stays exposed.
Oh, then do I even want to bother moving there? Oh, no, I do. Right, yeah, no. He'll hide.
Okay.
Because then that's my plot. My beat is going to be turncoat. Bop.
Okay. All right, done.
Yep, done. Ambush! 1 carriage would move.
There are none out there. So here we go. Move any number of merry men to a space with the carriage. Okay. Reveal all merry men in a forest.
It's a dead event.
Well, shift 1 to order.
And you could take the event to get a free shift to order.
Oh. Tempting.
Tempting.
So, that is it, right? Yeah, that's 8.
That's 8. The next one will be a royal inspection.
Or, wait.
That's 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's 7. The next one will be a royal inspection.
Okay. So I might as well do the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, you're going to lose initiative regardless.
Yeah.
So, nope. Yep.
Okay, so I know I'm going to do that. I think, maybe.
While you vamp, I'm going to use.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the restroom.
So the question. So I'm pretty sure I know what deed I'm going to do. I just don't know. Actually, no. Maybe we go that route. The question is, what plot? I mean, I only have 4 available, but a bunch are going to come and be in various spaces. So I have 2, 4, 5. I really want to get one more, if at all possible, and I don't think there's any way because that adjacent to... So, patrol... Yeah, there's no way to flip it over. However, remove 2 enemy pieces, then set the parish to revolting for disperse. I think I'm going to do that. Actually, maybe it might be those. Oh, it's in a parish with henchmen. Oh, so if that's the case, maybe I do move that one from Blythe. So, do we patrol? Patrol just doesn't feel great. You know what? I think we do patrol. I think that's still the right thing to do. I think so. That feels like the right thing to do. I can't move there. I could do that. All right. So I am going to patrol. I'm going to patrol there. And that really might be it.
I mean, you could just single plot.
But no, because I very much want the deed. Okay. So I have to play it. So I'm just doing it one location, it looks like. So that's going to be 2 shillings to patrol. And Blythe is going to move on over.
He's already revealed. So.
Right. Now I could move him down, but I elect not to.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then reveal him if he wasn't. And then for the deed, I actually could make a case for 3. All 3 of them. I could ride and basically take these 4 and bring them up to Tuxford.
Yep.
I could bring them up to Retford.
Uh-huh.
I could confiscate putting out carriages.
Yep.
Or I could disperse. In a parish with henchmen, remove 2 enemy pieces. Then set the parish to revolting.
Well, yeah, you could do it.
One location.
Does it already have to be submissive?
It has no. And then set it to revolting. It doesn't say that it has to be. So since they're already revolting, there's really no downside. Oh, it costs 3 shillings. That's the problem. I'm $1 short.
Yes. So you can make a case for 3 of them, but can really reasonably only do 2 of them. Yes.
Damn it.
You could get some more carriages out. The royal inspections could move a carriage.
It could. That is tempting. Damn it.
They might just move 1. I can't remember if it's...
I think it's just 1.
I can't remember if it's standard.
No, I can't put the carriages out because it's going to switch things to revolting. So I think we just ride.
They move 1, so...
I think we just ride.
Sure. Where are you headed? Tuxford?
I think it's...
Newark, a place that is lonely and has a merry man who might be making plans.
I'm trying to remember for how that... because you still get a turn.
I get a turn, and then I'm taking the next turn because I will.
Yeah, understood.
So, like, you can ride up here. They're going to be hidden. There might be more of them. I can move around. You're not going to get the chance to snap them up right now.
I think we go... Where is the right call? Mischief gains shillings. I gain shillings, then redeployment. I'm looking at the steps on that. Henchmen must move. You must move from submissive.
If you put them up here, they're going to go back almost immediately because you have to leave revolting parishes. You remove half. Some of them will have to leave.
2 of them. Oh, yeah, so 2 of them.
Yeah. Somebody said, digging that Boston Wave jersey. This is a Boston Fleet jersey. They're the pro women's hockey team that started up last year. They play out of Lowell. They played a couple in Boston.
Done. Final answer.
All right, so you ride from Nottingham to Newark. Okay. Do I want to single plot? The event's nothing for me.
Yeah, so or take a buck.
Yeah, or I take a buck, which...
Yep.
Honestly, I think it's probably just take a buck. 'Cause I'm thinking about robbing.
Yeah.
You would get a free defense. I'm rolling the good die, but if I flip up something that's tough to rob,
Like a noble knight.
like another noble knight, which there's more than one in there. You did not put Guy in.
I did not.
Which is nice, but I'm unlikely to choose the tougher option because you have that floating D in there. So I think I am just going to pass.
Okay. And there's the Royal Inspection.
All
so
right.
that one is now 2/3 of the way through the game.
Well, let's walk it down.
So here we go. So, old John, we have unrest. We check.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You actually shift 1 towards order.
Woohoo!
But no instant win.
Nope.
Mischief. I gain 1 shilling for each camp in a forest. Done. Then I may conduct a single rob plot, followed by a donate deed in up to 2 spaces.
May.
I'm
Not
thinking
required.
I'm thinking about it.
I mean, I imagine you're going to. But
Yeah, because now the difference being now, if I get the money, I can make it. I can't even donate though because I'm nowhere. You riding there would stop me from the donate because donating I need to have merry men equal to or greater than you.
Yes.
But because I could rob, they'll be revealed and then they're all going to hide anyway. I'll take the. Oh, we'll try it. Why not? I think I got to play a little tough now. I'm running. I had a moment where I dragged it.
Yes, and then
I lost momentum.
So. Well, those because I had the foresight because you cleared out the forest and
So I'm gonna rob. I have a strength of 3. The 2 I flipped, and Robin always counts.
The Miller's Son. If successful, gain 2 shillings. Put the card in a discard. If you fail, discard. However, a new recruit. If successful, gain 1 shilling. Place a hidden merry man in the rob space or an adjacent space and put the card in the victim pile.
When we go through...
If you fail, place a henchman in the rob space and put this in the discard pile. So get a buck and a dude, but it's a victim. If you want the big
see,
one.
I don't want the victim pile to get too much bigger, and I kind of need the money right now. So I'm going to take the top option. You have a defense of
1. So you have 3, so plus 2, you win.
I can't possibly...
Right.
I did it.
Okay, plus 4. So 2 shillings.
And that goes just to the discard. So he'll go... We'll come back in a minute. Miller's Son from Canterbury Tales.
Oh.
Okay, that's my free rob. And then I may donate, but there's currently no... Because you rode, there's no option for me to donate.
Yep.
So that was well done. I was annoyed you did that.
Thank
you. I wanted you to go to Tuxford.
Alyssa says, boo, Fleet. Go charge. You can take the girl out of Philly, but you cannot take the Philly out of the girl. Cheers. What's up, Alyssa? Glad you can make it.
Don't boo the Fleet. Come on. Oh, the Canadian hockey team. Boo.
Okay.
Get out of here. Okay, governance phase.
Yes.
Sorry. I also get one of these guys back.
Yes.
Return to half, rounded down to available. Governance phase. Sheriff gains 1 shilling per each submissive.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Must be nice.
Oh, it is good to be me.
Remove half, rounded down, the henchman in each revolting space to available. You only got 1
Write it down. Okay, done.
Then set any revolting parish where henchmen outnumber merry men to submissive. Done.
Yeah, because if I had come here, that would have still... Oh, so I could have gotten that flipped.
Yes.
Bummer. Okay.
That's I thought you were going to do that to turn that back down, but then I would have donated here.
Yeah, so it was a wash.
Yeah, you would have what it missed you out on is not even an extra dollar. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Redeployment. First, the sheriff must move any henchman in revolting parishes and forests to submissive spaces, and then any other henchman can go to Nottingham. So these 2 guys and these 3 guys have to leave.
Anywhere.
Any submissive space.
Any submissive.
And then everybody else could go to Nottingham if they wanted to.
So these 2 will hang out there. Those 2, 1 will go there. I think we'll go 1 in Bly and 1 in Nottingham. Call it good. Done.
Any other merry men?
Is redeployment, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
All merry men on the map should be flipped to hidden.
And then, there you go. So it's...
3, 2, 1, 1.
3 and 1. It doesn't matter the colors.
See, but all merry men in submissive parishes must be moved to any forest or to a parish with a camp. So he's got to come here.
So that is 4. 4 and 1.
Any other merry men may stay where they are or be moved to a forest or a parish with a camp. I think this guy is going to move to the Shirewood.
All right, now hold on. You get to mix and match now.
I haven't. I know. I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
This guy was in a revolting parish, so any other merry men may either stay where they are or be moved to a forest or a parish with a camp.
Fair.
Then, if the special Robin Hood piece is unavailable, place it at any forest. Finally, unless it's in prison, Robin may secretly swap the Robin Hood piece with any other merry man on the map. So
take those 5.
Gobble these up for
There
a
you
second.
go. Yep. Figure it out. Charges Ottawa.
Yeah,
not Philly. Okay,
the
got
Ottawa
it.
charge.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put those 4 there, and then Robin Hood will go to the Shire Road.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
You're an honorable man. I actually believe you. Okay.
Could be Robin Hood.
Could be.
Finally, shuffle the Traveler deck discard pile back into the main deck.
Got you. Noble Knight back in, and the Miller's Son doesn't learn. He goes out. There we go. And
I become first eligible.
again.
And then we draw an event card to begin the final ballot.
Okay, so now, to be clear, there are 8 cards left.
There are...
When we reach the 8th card,
The game is over.
the game is over.
If the game ended right now, we would resolve the unrest, which in this case would shift it 1 more to you, because there's 5.
And then whoever has it wins
Wins
the game.
Yep. So no matter what, we are going to resolve the unrest phase.
Yes.
And then we're going to check for winning.
Yep.
So in this case, you're doing decent. But if we get in the center here,
Yeah, then it gets a little
submissive
sus.
and revolting
Yes.
could really make a difference.
All right, so event, here we go. Little John.
Ah, I love Little John. I don't know why. I can't relate at all.
I don't know how he got to be as big as he did rapping. It's crazy.
You talking about me or Little John?
Oh, Little John.
Anyway.
Okay, anyway. All right, so reveal Robin Hood, place Hidden Merry Man in his space, gain $2. Set a revolting parish with a revealed Merry Man, 2 submissive.
Yeah, it's kind of dead across
It
the
is,
board.
yeah.
Unless I do something odd. Okay.
Oh, by the way, these guys come home.
I got money now, which is nice.
Yeah, you're rolling deep over there.
Yeah,
with your
for
3
me,
shillings.
it's about as good as I've been doing.
Yep.
I feel like I might need to do some recruiting. I can recruit in 3 spaces. I have $3.
Burning a hole in your pocket.
Yeah. Okay. I think we'll do it. So, plots and deeds for Kyle, please.
Yep.
3 non-submissive spaces. 1, 2. Well, it's either Southwell
Oh,
or
100%.
or I don't do it and I keep $1.
That is also an option. Have a good one, Chip. Go Kyle Hood.
I like the pressure on Southwell, though. I do like putting pressure here. It also screws with your carriage activities. A guy here is just going to get squished anyway. Although, that's also an idea. No, it'll be Tuxford.
Okay.
So that's $3 done, and just like that, I'm poor again.
Yes.
So, recruiting here, I can either replace a Merry Man with a camp if there's no camp. None. But there is a camp, and I recruit, so I can either flip everyone hidden or put 2 men.
Yep. And then 1.
And then 1. And then I could replace that with a camp, or I could put a Merry Man.
Yeah.
Putting a naked camp on the board
feels a little risque.
it's not the best.
Right. So
That's my plot.
I cannot.
Well, my deed.
Oh, apologies. Sorry.
Don't belittle my deed.
Yes, Tails, do it. Bribe a friend to try this on BGA.
My options are Swashbuckle or Inspire, because they're both free. Swashbuckle, hide them, or place Robin Hood from prison into adjacent. You're going to be going there anyway, so I don't necessarily want to do that. So we could just Inspire. Shift that. Put Robin Hood out, but I can deal with it later. Yeah, okay. I will take the Inspire. I'm going to, unsurprisingly, Inspire in Redford. I will snag Robin Hood, flip him face
Oh,
up.
I thought he was in a what? You lied.
I'm not you.
Okay. I do have a tendency to tell the truth too much.
It's not a bit. Edward is generally very honest on streams. He's
really
great with words, but he's generally very honest on streams. I am under no such compulsion.
All right, so obviously single plot.
Yep.
I think we just go ahead and hire. Honestly, and
$2 per spot.
Wait, do we?
Do we? Do we?
Yeah. So that'll be 2 shillings.
Yeah.
Not in a.
I wonder if a ride's in the future.
Okay. A Tale of Dos Lovers. That's
probably more appropriate.
Do. Yeah, so that's French for do. All right, so nope.
Alan Adale.
Okay, thank you. Marries Ellen. Pay a shilling and in a single space removes 1 merry man and up to 2 henchmen from the game to shift 1, not back to available, out of the game because they go away, right? Or Edward of Darewold supports the sheriff. Gain 2 shillings. Place up 2 henchmen in any one parish.
It's not bad for you.
It's not great.
I get money and get free guys?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No, that's fair, but no.
It's not bad.
Okay. We will, instead... Monty.
Yeah. Here comes the patrol and confiscate. Who's surprised?
I mean...
No, you're doing the correct thing, but...
Okay. We will go and patrol there. So I need to move in at least 4.
To reveal both of them, because patrolling and forest is 2-to-1 revealing.
So I will do 3 in 1.
Okay, so that will just...
Oh, they're merry men.
Oh, who could say?
Do I want to do that anywhere else, actually? Because you know what? I will there as well. And we will do...
You only need to move in 1.
Yeah, fair. But we're going to go 2 and 2 and try and squish a little bit. And we will reveal that one as well.
A merry man.
Oh, shocker. Okay. So I paid for both of those. And now we will confiscate.
Yep. No one's surprised. Mansfield and Remston on tap.
That one will go there.
Shift to revolt.
That one will go there.
Shift to revolt.
And that is free to do. And the turn of the sheriff. Oh, I've done the Lord's work, so to speak. There we go.
Someone has to. I killed all the monks.
Seriously.
Sure. I really wish I had $1, because then you doing that means I could have married off Alan Adale and Ellen, but I have no money.
I am aware of said things. Hey, welcome back, Fred. What's up? By the way, Alan A. Dale is the rooster in Disney's Robin Hood. I didn't know this. I've never seen Robin Hood. There's a lot the Disney. There's a lot of Disney movies I've not seen because I'm a bonus dad, so I didn't have kids at a young, so
the animated Robin Hood's great. My preferred Robin Hood is Men in Tights, 100%.
Oh, 100. Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Carrie Elwes is fantastic.
Crushed.
Yes.
The event then is nothing for me because I can't use it.
Right.
So it's single plot.
Or take your lowly shilling.
Which could be a rob, which would get me more shillings.
Facts, which is more than 1.
So
usually.
Yeah, we will be Robin in the hood. I will reveal... Robin's available if I want him, or if I need him. So I'm going to flip 3.
So now you declare whether or not you're having him be a part of the...
I'm going to check the exact order. It's kind of been loose because it hasn't mattered.
Right, but this feels like it might.
This one matters.
Okay.
Select a I'm doing a traveler. To be.
There we go. So go in there.
Okay. Reveal at least 1 merry man unless Robin Hood is already revealed, and reveal any... Yeah. Traveler was targeted. Draw the top card of the Traveler deck and select one of 2 options on the card. So it's worded. Merry Men that were already revealed prior to the rob attempt are not counted, but you may always count the special Robin Hood piece towards a rob attempt in its space, even if it was already revealed. So it's my choice if I want to count it or not.
Right.
I get to see the card first.
Oh, you get okay. That's the question. Okay. Yeah. All right. Here we go. It is the Bishop of Hereford.
Oh, my boy!
If successful, $3, and it's free. If successful for the bigger one, it's $6 and put them into a victim's pile. If fail, I get 3 and set the space to submissive.
We might as well chuck Robin in there just to for the fun of it.
So you're going for the full Monty?
Can't possibly fail. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can't possibly fail.
So that is
6.
6 to 1. That hold on. 6 is bigger than 1. Yeah. All right. So you get 6, which. Wow. Let's see. 2 monks and a bishop.
I told you earlier, man. I got something going on here. There's actually the actual stories of Robin Hood have quite a bit to do with the church. So.
Right. It does. So I mean, I don't blame him because it's corrupt as hell. But whatever.
It only got better.
Okay. So that was your Rob.
That was my single plot Rob.
All right, event time. We have Alan A. Dale.
I did marry him off, and he says, "You know what? Time to get kicking." So each carriage will move 1. Would you like to move them with them?
I would not. So this carriage will just move there. That one will move there, and now. Reveal any number of merry men in one space, gaining a shilling for each revealed in this way. Shift a step towards justice. Or, for me, a single patrol automatically revealing all merry men in the destination space if at least one henchman is there. A free revealing... So I could just move in and everybody's revealed.
Yeah, and then you'd have a big capture. You'd only be able to take 2, so you take 2 random merry men because... 2 to 1 in a revolting parish.
Yeah.
Or I could reveal them, get 2 more money, and shift 1 step towards justice. I have a lot of money right now, though.
Yeah, I've never seen a Robin having robbed that well. Because Bishop, he'd be rolling deep, yo.
I've certainly done it after a fashion. Oracle plots and deeds. It's a little early to be trying to get revolting parishes on the board, but it does split your attention. But I'm just 2 more tribute carriages,
Hey, if y'all are enjoying the stream, please like and subscribe. Really does help the channel. And if you're not a patron already, please consider patreon.com/HCHQ. You get access to the Slack channel. You get access to a plethora of bonus content on YouTube, including tonight's stream of Shackleton. So, yeah, consider supporting the show. We just finished our Patreon drive. It was awesome. Join the herd. It's a really great community. Very vibrant. A lot of conversations going on in Slack. Certainly would appreciate it. And it helps the channel. So it's a win for everybody.
I'm not too bothered about the event. You'll shift probably all 4 of them up here. Reveal them, whatever. That's fine. But you can't capture Robin or the camp in the next action because you will not be able to get enough guys here.
Right.
And your ride is a deed. So you won't really be able to get enough people to capture, round up everybody. I built up enough force here that I feel pretty safe.
Yep.
So, I think I sneak? I think I sneak. But I need to be... but you could just event underneath me and reveal everybody that I sneak.
Cardboard Commander says, this was my first coin type game. Technically ICS, but yes, coin adjacent, very much. It was a ton of fun. I usually play war games only, but wanted to play this, and I'm so happy I did. My wife fell in love with it. We play it often. That's awesome. Dan D says, I started with Cuba Libre, and I feel like it was maybe a touch too much for the people I played with. This seems like a much better foot in the door. I would argue this or Vijay and Nagara. Both are good. And even though I personally haven't played Echoes when it comes out, but currently, like in the next year and a half, yes, this for sure, as well as Vijay and Nagara, is a really good jumping off point for non-historic, though for people who aren't well versed in historical simulations. I think this is a wonderful jumping off point. I agree, Dan.
Okay, yeah, you've vamped for me long enough.
Yep, all right, go for it.
I am going to single plot.
Single plot.
I'm going to sneak.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay 1 shilling. Origin spot. Everyone's moving in.
Okay, and they all are revealed, aren't they? Oh, no, because it's in Revolt.
It's in Revolt. I show up, and if it was submissive, yeah, they'd all be revealed. But the people here are sympathetic to the cause, and they hide me. So I will... I know which one Robin is. We're just going to give that a little mixy-mix. There we go. So that's me. Done.
So why wouldn't I do the event? I reveal everybody.
Uh-huh. Just go ahead, reveal them. They're all there.
Oh, I'm so like, what am I missing? Or I could do the whole full Monty.
Kick it off.
But the problem is I have all my dudes on the map. Like, literally, all 18 are out there.
2, 4, 6.
They are.
10, 18.
You know what? I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to do the event.
Sure.
So, perform a free single patrol.
Okay. Where are you going?
And automatically reveal all merry men in the destination. So the 2 spot options are those. It's just a matter of which one. Do I move them up north to Retford? And get rid of that base, but we're so close to the end.
5 more cards, one of which is a tempo event, so we will get non-choice. So 4 more cards, one of which is the end of the game. So it's really only 3 more actions that you get to choose what you do. This is the last one before that.
You know what? Let's go and move them up, reveal them.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, obviously Robin went down south. I kind of knew that. But my thinking is I'm going to be able to remove those pieces, hopefully, next
Well, it's
turn.
2 to 1, so you're going to get rid of those merry men, not the camp.
That is true. All right, done. And the event, go for it.
Wheel of
Warden.
Fortune.
Warden of the Forest. That doesn't sound good. We'll see. So here we go. Surprise inspection. The sheriff may hire in up to 2 revolting parishes. Then Robin Hood may donate once. Shift 1 step towards order if there are now 5 or more submissive parishes. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks for me.
Otherwise, shift 1 step. Well, no, there's only 3. I can only do this. In up to 2 revolting parishes.
No, this sucks for me.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So I can hire in up to 2.
More critically, 0 carriages move.
Yes. So
that's...
it's not for free, so I would have to pay to hire.
Yep.
And...
But hire is... When you hire in a revolting parish,
yeah,
you have to have more...
than you do.
Uh-huh.
And I will go ahead and spend my 4.
Which 2 do you want to flip?
Up north is 1.
Yep.
And the other, we'll go ahead and do Mansfield.
Yep. That was really bad for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you, sir, hold on. You may donate once.
So donating is I need to have up to 2 submissive parishes with any merry men equal to or greater than henchmen.
Done.
NA.
So this now goes 1 towards order.
Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Whee!
That was bad for me. Oh, boats and bridges.
Boats and bridges. All right, so you...
1 carriage.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and bring this one home.
Uh-huh.
And hey, look at that.
Take
2 coins.
And 1, 2.
There we go. It's in an auto win space. Doesn't matter
It
right
would be.
now.
It would be anyway.
And then, here you go. Crafting boats. Move any number of merry men from one space adjacent to a river to one other space to a river, then hide all merry men. In other words, pick a space and they teleport anywhere along the river.
Go to Nottingham, maybe.
Also valid. I can place the bridge across any river border, which is now treated as a regular border, and shift 1 towards order. He can't let me have that.
I know.
He can't, because putting it here all but guarantees I win, I think.
Yeah, the game would effectively be out of reach.
Right, so here, I'll help you out.
Yeah. God, that stinks.
That was nasty. That the Warden of the Forest. I was wrong. That was a wonderful card for me.
Yeah, that was... It could have been good for me, but I've let you pull that too far.
It's been compelling, though. It's been stressful on both ends.
I like this game.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm going to move any number of merry men from one space adjacent to a river to one other space adjacent to a river, then hide all merry men.
So to be clear,
I could get these guys out of Dodge.
Yeah,
100. This is going regardless. So I could just send them, and then they hide. So yes. I could send them down to Mansfield.
Literally anything along the river here.
These guys are going to go to Mansfield.
Yep. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And they hide all moved merry men. So.
Yep.
I mean, it's right there. You're going to move it one. Here's the thing. You're going to move it one step either way because you can just capture this.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and single plot, and we will capture up there. So remove 1 piece. And because I removed that,
free.
It's free. So that goes there. Done.
I'm getting snowed under now.
Yeah, now it's kind of, a little bit.
Prioress of Kirklees.
You flip all merry men in 1 parish to hidden, shift towards justice. I remove Robin Hood. So mine is weakens Robin with poison. Remove Robin and any 1 merry man in the same space 2 available.
Which you don't need to know where he is.
Right. Well, guess what?
He's in there. But you wouldn't need to say, it's that one.
Right.
I go find him.
Yeah, you hunt him. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and this happens.
Yeah, that moves 1.
And not going to bother. Bringing him, and I think we will single plot and keep the tempo.
Yeah. I'm pretty snowed under.
Yeah, I think the game is all but over.
Yeah.
But maybe something happens.
Doubtful.
And I think I will patrol. Oh, this is risky doing this. There are 2 cards left, and I'm broke.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute.
It is your action on this
is.
card. After this, you will have 1 more thing to do.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm going to hire here and flip that. That's me done.
Yep. Yeah, the event is 1 step towards justice. I'll plots and deeds. I got money. I got to try to splash.
Yep, 100%.
So, plots and deeds.
Yep.
Plot is going to be sneak. Going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just need to know which one Robin is.
Yep, sure.
To make sure he goes to the right
of course.
stupid place.
I get it.
Move any merry men to adjacent spaces. If it's submissive and etc., etc., I'm going to move 2 to there. That exceeds 3.
Yep, they reveal.
2 merry men.
Okay, yep.
And I'm going to move 2 to Blythe. However, this is 3, so they are not revealed.
Fact.
And then I will Deeds.
And that cost you how much for the sneak?
1.
1. Okay.
And then I will Deeds. I'm going to donate twice.
Okay.
Merry men equal to or greater than henchmen. Doesn't care about hidden or not.
Yep.
2 per parish.
And those flip.
Those flip.
Nope. All right. Done. And here.
This could be big splash for me, but
yep.
We're about there. Oh,
Major Oak.
My boy Major Oak.
All right. So you place a camp in that spot, and now the diagonals are adjacent for you and you only, and that camp is impervious to me.
Yep.
Or I can remove a camp from a forest space, but there is none. So, okay, done.
Yeah. And this gets delivered.
It does, and guess what?
$2.
$2, and that goes...
If you were to fall off the end of the track, I'm kidding. No.
What happens if you bing it? Yeah.
Yeah. Spell builder removal, Robin Hood.
Yeah, really, it all came down to the Warden of the Forest changed the everything in the game.
I got dramatically snowed under by
the Warden.
I made a big play. I got it to like 3 justice.
Yes.
And then it immediately just started going the other way.
It literally has not stopped. Yeah, it's been.
Yeah, I think you
pretty
just
stay there.
Fred can confirm, but I believe you just ping off the top of the track
and stay there. I believe so.
Anyway, keep going.
So now that I have 2 quid, and we know that is the end of the game.
Yeah, the next card will... You're going to win on the next card, but...
Yes. I will go ahead and plots and deeds so you can't, although you have no money.
I have no money.
I don't think it really matters.
No, you're doing the right thing, and I'll tell you why, is because I could inspire with Robin Hood in a revolting parish. You know he's here, and you know he's not one of those 2.
Right.
So
I have 2. I think I will patrol.
Sure.
So I will go ahead and move... Hold on. Move in adjacent spaces. So I will move...
You've taken plots and deeds. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
So
they will reveal.
It's the 2 guys from the Retford camp.
There you go. Okay. And then I honestly... By the way, that was patrol. That's 2. I'm broke. I could ride from Nottingham to any parish.
Yeah. You could.
I don't think that's smart. I don't think Nottingham hurts, but I also could. You know what? 3. That would be 1, 2, 3.
You could confiscate, but you would just you'd literally be showing off to confiscate.
Yeah. No, you're right. So you know what? I will theoretically ride, but not. So done. So I choose not to deed, I guess.
I will take the event because why not? I will place a camp on Allerton Hill, so this is the one time that can come into the game. Yep. For me, Shirewood, Southwell Forest, Tuxford, and Blythe are all adjacent.
All right.
I should have won to justice.
Facts.
For fun.
By the way, Emery, you're just wrong. Just stop.
I'm not sure if that's inside baseball or not.
Right. Immediately conduct an unrest phase of the royal inspection round, then determine victory.
1, 2, 3, 4, which
4
means it comes
is
1 to me.
1, and hey, game over.
Winner.
There we go. Good game.
Oh yeah, good game.
I appreciate you teaching this. So, all right,
Yeah,
obviously you've played this more than I have, but
which, just to be clear,
great teacher. Oh, he's in Tuxford.
Robin Hood was in Tuxford.
There we go. All right, so what do you think? Go ahead.
Yeah, I really enjoy this. I like a 2-player back and forth. I like a bit of hidden information, as evidenced by all the streams we've played.
Yes.
I really enjoy playing Robin. I very rarely win as Robin, and I think it's harder to play Robin with...
Like you said, the learning curve is higher with Robin than it is... But then once you get somebody who is skilled at Robin, which they would get housed.
I'm not, just because I played this game a bit, but that a bit is over the course of, a year and a half or however long I've had the game.
Yeah.
So...
and as Fred points out, he gets housed regularly when he plays on board
It's
game
a harder
arena
position
as the sheriff, right?
Yeah, it's a harder position to play as Robin, but skilled Robin players can do the thing.
Correct. Yep.
The person who said it is someone in chat mentioned it doesn't seem like it was play tested. I actually disagree. I mean, it's tempo, but these kind of games, the tempo of the events deck, how the actions you choose to take, especially as Robin, especially as the insurgent player, have a huge effect. And it's, inexperience or incompetence with this guy up here on my part. But no, I also think it's an interesting development on further on the coin, right? At the beginning I said it's the coin system dropped into the water, and the first ripple's Vijay Nagara, which is the most adjacent. Multilateral, it's got a big map, it's armies, right? The next further one out, right, we have a map, we have troops, but now it's a little more low scale. These are all one guy. In effect, right? You can imagine them as groups of guys, but that's one man.
Yeah, it's like squad level. This is very level. Tight. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
The coin eligibility system is played around with. There's no more ineligible or eligible. There's no order of factions. It's just, you're always going to do something. What do you want to do? How do you manage the unknown upcoming tempo? How do you, as Robin, push your luck in terms of robbing? How do you keep multiple? The issue and what I did wrong was I got this camp up here, but I let that go.
Yeah, once you got cleared out of the south, it feels like it gave me a real strong direction.
Yeah.
That I didn't have to then worry about too many fires. And it feels like as Robin Hood, you're about starting fires.
I need to start as many fires around the board as I can.
And distract me.
I had the event capability to come up and do it. It was an event that let me do it.
Right.
I felt like I couldn't miss the chance. It would have been better if I had the chance to establish a camp down here,
in Remston,
one or two more guys here before I had the chance to do that.
Yes.
So then I'd have camping guys.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh God, where do I focus?
Fire do you, because every time I recruit, it's two guys. I can sneak everywhere.
And so tempo matters very much. I mean, that is the word for the year that we've been using here at Heavy Cardboard. And on top of that, it's a matter of timing, because I mean, realistically, this is a 90-minute to 2-hour long game, right?
We did it in a little over 2 with vamping and teach and everything.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
And we went slow. You can play this
100%. So my point is, for this being that length of game, and the fact that it felt like we're somewhat a victim of the event cards, guess what? Run it back.
Yeah.
And it's going to play out differently every single time.
Yeah, especially, you could play this best 2 out of 3 over... that would be
fun. Yeah, over a game day. Like, if you and your buddy want to get together, you and your partner, whatever it might be. And there's so much to like about this game. I really, really like it.
Yeah. Someone asked if we, in the back catalog, have Vijay Nagara. Yes, me, you, and Ken did a play of Vijay, which was very close.
Vijay Nagara.
Yeah. We did a play of Vijay Nagara that ended... very close.
Legitimately, all 3 of us were in a position
18,
to win.
17, 16 or something.
Yeah, it was very, very tight.
Ken won it as...
Shh, don't give that away. Okay.
Spoilers. No, I like this a lot. I'm really looking forward to Crossbox because I think it's going to do even more wacky nonsense. Obviously, the game is intensely serious, but
more complex.
But it's heavy cardboard, baby.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
No arguments. The big thing that I really want to point out, and this isn't really speaking to now Gest of Robin Hood. This is speaking to the ICS series. And I come from a level of, I feel, experience that I feel justified in be able to saying this, to where I have played the 2 that are released. I have played the next one that's going to be released. And I have seen the fourth one.
Yeah.
Robin Hood and Vijay Nagara are great entry points for non-historical gamers, historical simulation gamers, to come into the hobby in the coin adjacency area.
Yep.
Honestly, if you think that they... one thing that I feel people do sometimes is they don't give the people they're playing with enough credit. And you can sometimes just jump into coin and that'll be fine. Whether that's Cuba Libre, Indian Abyss... Pick a theme that interests them that isn't some of the really complex coin ones.
Falling Sky, not Pendragon, whatever the Roman Britain one is.
And maybe not like Fire in the Lake, but the point is find a theme that fits. Or if they don't care, then I would say Indian Abyss for a bigger one or Cuba Libre.
Yeah.
However, if you want a good jumping off point, and you know, a non-historical theme.
This is historical fiction.
Right. So if that grabs people, this is a great jumping off point.
Yep.
Vijaya Nagara, that's a part of history I had no clue about, made me interested in.
Yep.
And there's that. And that's the closest to the coin without being a coin. However, there is about to be a very steep complexity difference between 1 and 2 and 3.
Cross Bronx,
it is very, very different, and it is far more complex.
Yeah.
It's not impenetrable by any stretch. If you play historical sims or you play a lot of heavy cardboard games, you're going to be fine with it. I just want people to know, Cross Bronx, don't go into that thinking you're getting this. And that's not a slight to this. It's just a different...
It's honest.
It's a different level. And I'm warning people about that because the theme in Cross Bronx really, really speaks to me or is really interesting. Just know what you're getting into. I just wanted to point that out to folks.
Between this and... I'm just going to keep saying VJ, because saying VJ Nagara is...
Yeah, I know.
I already ate. I don't even...
You're fine.
The difference between VJ and this is Vijaya Nagara is 3-player.
Yes.
And it has slightly more traditional coin mechanisms in it. The initiative track works similarly, so on. I'm going to use that. That's my teaching tool for my non-heavy cardboard friends to bring them in. And then I had, as mentioned earlier, I have Liberty or Death and Red Dust on the way.
Which those are much bigger coins, true coins.
But I can get them through the door of the flipping the cards and how the system works and how to balance the different multilateral fights in the game, all that. Then I can step up. I don't feel like for me, and I'm knowing my game group and it's specific to me, I don't think I need Cuba Libre, which is leaving my collection, to get me from VJ to those. Plays of VJ, when I've already shown this to some of my friends, Plays of VJ will get me there because we have intermediate heavy game experience. This once my friends understand the system, we'll get there. And again, it's about me, but maybe people can relate.
You can relate, 100%.
We'll get there from the system. Because then everything else is Chrome. Not necessarily. Some of it's a little more structural, like Liberty or Death, but it's just Chrome. Flip a card. I need to be fighting everyone. I got to work with you. I got to fight you, right? And VJ's a great inset, but like this can be played with anyone who wants to appreciate it.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I'll be honest. I think it was smart of GMT to get Rodney Smith of Watch It Played to do this because this is. I want to say this and not have it come across as condescending because I don't mean it that way. It's complimentary. Rodney's breadth of the hobby that people watch, like this is the perfect game to get them into that. Because this it has a historical fiction kind of a fun
theme.
It's less serious, right? But also it's far simpler, but still compelling. So it works out so well. And I think that does this. And honestly, the series as a whole, the series being ICS as well as Coin, it does a service to that because hey, this looks cool, and then this might be as far as some people want to go, and that's perfectly okay. But then they might be like, oh, this is kind of a cool. What else is there? And then boom, then they're in, and that's where they find us, which is great, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the artwork, look, y'all know I do not like Renaissance time period artwork, although this is whimsical and it works. It just fits really, really well. Yeah. It takes it serious to where like making this a Men in Tights type like would have done a disservice. And I think the artwork on this works really well. That is a wonderful chit.
I love them.
Right? And honestly, the box behind Kyle, move your head a little.
No.
Otherwise, there you go. I mean, the artwork on it is beautiful. It's evocative. Yeah. It is not your standard GMT, very, this is what we are, type one.
It's fun.
It's just
fun.
The production on this is beautiful. Look, we used poker chips because we don't like cardboard money. But everything about this is great.
The coins are fine.
It is a tiny ass footprint, which yay! Finally, there are still games that do that. So yeah, it's just a win overall.
Somebody did ask specifically in my plays, how have I seen Robin Hood win? The way I described, you need to set multiple fires that geographically disperse the sheriff.
Yeah.
And you need to sustain those fires enough to divide their attention effectively through the middle part of the game.
Yeah.
That you can slowly, over the course of the ballads up to the end of the game, bleed off the justice points.
You don't need to get it all the way up here.
Yeah.
You just need it somewhere around in there.
The trick is, I got it to here in our game, but I had no control on the bottom of the board.
And then I just was like...
You were able to, without risk,
Yes.
confiscate and revolt, and then immediately put them back.
Yes.
I needed to maintain a presence down there, because if that hadn't happened, and I could have threatened that, this wouldn't have gone back. Maybe it actually would have come to me, or maybe only gone 1 to you, as opposed to going 2 to you, and then you also delivered all those carriers.
Yes.
The path I've seen both played and had played against me is setting large enough fires around the map to divert the sheriff's attention. And it's not just about setting fires that are convenient to get to. Newark, Bingham, and Redford are all difficult to get to. They're far from Nottingham. They're divided by the river.
Yeah, if you notice, like, to get to Bingham, like, you have to go through Remston, through Mansfield, and then from Mansfield you can get Nottingham. That's provided the boats and bridges doesn't come out early. But provided it doesn't, it is a pain in the butt to trying to get to Bingham in Newark.
And the other trick
what
is
you just said.
All roads lead to Nottingham, but both roads for the carriages
through the
travel through the forest. So you
Yep.
can maintain a presence there and threaten every single carriage.
Yeah.
But to be able to do that without being bothered by henchmen, you have to play
You
wide.
have to distract.
Yeah,
wide.
you
That's a really, really good way to put that.
Yeah.
I think that's spot on. And
whereas the sheriff, you can play tall and have a hammer of a bunch of dudes that you just swing around and reveal and capture, reveal and capture, reveal.
Yep.
It's
if you allow me to,
Yeah.
and then it's a matter. But like what you had just said, if I'm spreading out, what I'm not doing then is just focusing on the victory point track effectively, right?
Yeah.
The justice and order track, and then I'm just okay. I'll let you play up north. I don't
but
care.
you're just hammering carriages home,
Right.
and I can't stop you.
Right, and so it is there. I do see the pathway, but it's about spreading out wide.
Yeah.
That is a really good way to put it.
Yeah, you are in a tough position as Robin, but
Yep.
with the learning curve for Robin way exceeds the sheriff, and you can just run circles.
Weird. Insurgencies are hard to do.
But if done well, you can end
overwhelm.
up mired and trying to put out too many fires, and it's what the system models.
Yeah. So well done, Fred and
Yes.
team. Really enjoyed the game. Certainly can recommend it if you think it's going to be a good fit for you and your game group and or your partner or whatever that may be. Again, 2-player. Then go check it out. It is available from GMT currently. You can go to their website. It's in the P500, but it's shipping now, so it's not really P500. It's
there'll be another printing.
Right. Certainly. Thank you for teaching it on stream. I thought you did really well. If you all liked it, please like and subscribe. Consider supporting the show, as I mentioned. Patreon.com/HCHQ.
And if you're here right now and you liked it, thumbs. Send thumbs to the sheriff, and who's obviously the good guy in the story.
Clearly.
Like the video.
If you're a patron, I'll see y'all in 4 hours. If you're not, we'll be back next week with more content. And guess what? Podcast is coming back. See you later. I'm Edward.
Kyle.
And Fred, thanks for hanging out. Thanks to everybody that watched. Appreciate it. But it's always nice to have the designer in-house.
Oh.
So certainly appreciate it. And Fred, you and I need to sit down for an interview. That'd be awesome, dude. All right, y'all have a good one. Later.
Bye.